Okay. Hello. How are you? Hello, everybody. Good evening. So, guys, we decided that we wanted to do a little panel, and there will be more of us coming in, hopefully. And royal chaos, just talking about all the royal news, and not just about Meghan and Harry. As many sort of segments as we can get in. Everybody from the Royal Mess is invited, so anyone that wants to come on can come on. Oh, Madge is there. Hello. Are you coming on, my lovely? Hi, Elsie. Elsie G. Hello, everybody. Hi. Lovely to see you all.
She's coming later.
How have you been, lady? Oh, perfect. How have you been, Lady Letitia?
I've been great. I've been wonderful. How have you been after your vacation?
Oh my God. I'm okay. Yeah, I keep getting like a cough. I think it's the pollution in London. I think I'm quite sensitive to it. Basically, I need an island, so I need to buy myself an island and just live on that, and then I'll be fine. You know, swim every day, sun. So, what's going on in the world of Meghan and Harry? We've spoken and covered a lot already regarding their ventures and certain. Hold on 2 seconds. Sorry, I've got some background noise.
Family. I hope she. Do you have the link of Meghan and Tyler Perry?
Yeah. Send it over to me. You can send that over. Send that over.
Okay, I'll do that. And
yes.
so,
is that you sending it over privately?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So she attended the charity event, didn't she?
Yeah, it was an event for Tyler Perry, and
he booked a lot of the seats for his friends. I think they're like $2,000 a table. Is that right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I think it wasn't particularly full, so I don't think there was as many guests as he would have liked to have had. But he was in New York at the time. Is that correct, Harry?
Yes.
Is it an awards event or a charity event?
It's an article. There is a video. Let me send this to you. Sorry about that.
Her toes were on display again. Oh
yes.
I don't know, what do her toes look like? Are they
they're not cute,
elongated toes?
They are not pretty.
Always feet are a funny thing to have, aren't they? So they're just weird to look at. How are you all in the side chat? I hope you're well. Thanks for coming on tonight. I bet you guys are missing the royal mess. But this
I have been missing it.
Yeah. Well, it might come back. You never know.
Well, the chaos going to be great. As soon as I
Chaos.
get this over to you.
Oh, thank you, lady. Lady Valhalla. What are you doing over there? Are you using some sort of typewriter to get it sent to me, or a pigeon or something like
Yeah,
that?
well, I'm trying to find the share button and it's nowhere to be found. Here, let me try this. I'm going to do it.
Oh.
I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, do it the old-fashioned way. They look
Yeah,
like
here we go.
fingers, for God's sake. Do they look like fingers?
I just posted it in the private chat.
Oh, hallelujah. Let's have a little look.
There you go.
Okay,
It also
private chat.
talks about the rumors with Harry and
Mhm.
Meghan, divorce rumors, which is
Ah,
really
yeah.
heating up.
The trolls can keep throwing stones, but Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan are not on the rocks. Okay, the Duke of Sussex addressed speculation about his relationship with wife Duchess Meghan during an appearance at the New York Times Deal Book Summit on Wednesday. I've read about this. So he's joking off that they've divorced about 10 times, right? That's what he's
He joked about it.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he never said no. He never said, like Dan Wood was saying, and I'm saying, why didn't Harry just get on there and say, we're in love and everything is going great? And
Do you know, it's a difficult one, because I think when you over explain something or you overshare, it can also look like you're trying to compensate for something that's happening. So I think laughing it off
oh,
is actually probably quite a good way of deterring people from that speculation. But he said it's hard to keep up with, but that's why you sort of ignore it, Harry continued. The people I feel most sorry about for are the trolls. Their hopes are just built and built, and then it doesn't happen. So I feel sorry for them. So I think he's talking about us.
right, calling us trolls.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that we could
You know what?
consider
I
that.
don't consider myself a troll because when we talk about him, we talk about um, things that they put out. You know, they put themselves out there for scrutiny, like the Oprah and Tyler, all this stuff, and Meghan wearing those heels. She's putting herself out there for scrutiny. Don't wear
Of course.
heels.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean,
Open toe heels. Yeah.
if you're going to be on the world stage, you have to, you are going to be picked at if you're not doing things in the right way, and they are being watched like hawks. Oh, we've got Paula M. Hello, darling.
Let me put that here.
I was getting worried. I thought everybody was on the missing list.
No. I am here. Hello, guys. How are you? Tina's coming.
Good.
Hello.
How are you? How are you
Good.
feeling? Yeah, good.
Hello,
Good.
Paula.
I was just actually looking at the Archwell Foundation website, and their programs that they're affiliated to. So it's really quite interesting, actually. Have you had a look at that recently, Paula?
I don't go into their archwell, but I did post something because I wrote to one of the things that caught my attention was that they use the royal titles in the tax return.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I know that they're not allowed to use it in the United States. And I know people are going to say in the Constitution that's for government positions. No. So because you know how I am, I wrote to the IRS, right?
oh.
So this is what they responded to me.
Oh,
They always
you actually wrote to them. Well done.
yeah, I mean, I can share it with you if you want
Yeah,
what they said to me. I mean,
yeah,
let me
go
Oh,
put
they
for
this
it.
wrote
here.
back?
I screenshot. I have to do a screenshot because otherwise there's some information of mine that I don't want to show. But I'll show it right here.
Oh, gone. She'll be back.
Okay. I sent
Just a
you
bit.
another link too, just
that's
for
fine.
later.
Sorry.
And then,
Let me share it now. let me see. I'll show you now, and we'll read it. It's a two-part because I took the screenshot. Because that had been nagging me, like it had been really nagging me. That's really weird because I know from personal experience that all your and all tax documents or any government documents, you have to write your name as it appears on your social security card. Anything that's with
Yeah.
like you have to. It's the law, especially with taxes.
You think she
Mm.
changed her social security card to have the Duchess of Sussex?
No, you only get assigned one social security number for life.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
What you
you
can
can't
do is
update your
change
name?
you can change the name to the married name, but you're not allowed to include any royal titles.
Right.
So I'm going to share this with you right here. This one, I'm going to start with the one where they're here. You can
Did they
share that
respond to you?
one. Wait, I can't show that one that has my, wait, let me show, I'm going to show the other one. I had one that I don't have my email address shown. Let me see, because I can't show my email address. So I have to, okay, I'm going to resend myself to this, and I'm going to share with you guys because this is what they wrote back to me.
Wow, they wrote back to you.
Yeah. They do. They always do. I mean, it took a while, but they responded. So I'm going to show you guys what it is. They
Oh, this is
responded
interesting.
yesterday. If I can see, let me see what it was that they responded. Okay, here we go. Because I almost showed you with my email, and I don't want to show you with my email. Sorry, guys. Apologies for being like this. Okay, here we go. Nah, and I'm going to show you this. I'm just uploading it here now. Miss Stay in person, okay? And then it's funny because they send me a link at the bottom of the email. Go check it out here. It's kind of like, quit bothering us. Go look here, right? So I'm going to share this with you guys, and here, there. Just share it, and I'll read it out to you.
Mhm.
It's so funny because they included my question, and then I realized that I had mistakes in writing. So they respond to it, it's like shit. They respond. It was December 5th at 1:07. Subject tax inquiry. Question: Can I use my nobility title for a position in a board of directors? And response: No title of nobility shall be granted by the United States. I'm going to read the whole thing, okay?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it.
Title of nobility shall be granted by the United States, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall without the consent of the Congress, accept of any present emolument, I don't know how to pronounce that, office or title of any kind whatever, from any king, prince, or foreign state. In the United States, you cannot use your nobility title on a board of directors listing due to the titles of nobility. And now I'm going to share the other one, which is the part that's the most interesting. They were just sending me like the whole thing. So
So why they let them use it?
yeah. So and then it says, and no person, this is a continuation, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall without emolument. And then it goes here. This is the part that's interesting. You cannot use in the United States, which is right here. Let me in the United States, you cannot use your nobility title on a board of directors listing due to the titles of nobility clause in the Constitution, which prohibits citizens from accepting or using titles of nobility from foreign countries while holding public office or positions of trust within the U.S. government. This includes board positions in companies. And then they sent me the link to see the Constitution article, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And they are listed as directors in a public charity organization, which
Yeah,
is
they are.
do that. So it says this includes board positions in companies.
It does say that. It did say that.
That's
Wow.
what it does say that. And the reason why I wrote to them is because there's a couple of things here that are absolutely red alerts.
Okay.
Because we know that Fidelity Charitable donated $6 million to them, not five. They donated
Oh,
$6
wow.
million to
Oh,
Archwell.
okay. So it wasn't why were we told 5 then?
because they're lying. There's $1 million missing. And the funny thing is that Fidelity Charitable, I'm going to show you here Fidelity Charitable. Let me see if this is the one. This is Harry and Meghan. So I'm going to show you Fidelity Charitable because I had their thing, and it says there, Fidelity Charitable. It says there, this is what Harry and Meghan wrote here, and then and they use the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and their directors, which is again not allowed. If you're the founder of a charity, the director has to be somebody else because there's conflict of interest. So but their name, maybe the first year you're allowed to be a director. I wrote to them asking them to confirm to me whether that's the case, but they have it in their things that indeed. I'm going to show you. This is. I'm going to. If you want to share this with me right here, so I am blowing this up here. You see that? It says $5 million.
Oh.
Right?
No.
Not sex or anything. That's not it. And then I'm going to show you Fidelity Charitable. Fidelity Charitable, because I have the. I have their what you might call it, Fidelity Charitable 2023 tax report. And this is, I'm trying to get it. Wait, Fidelity Charitable, because I did it yesterday. Fidelity Charitable. I did that yesterday, or when I did tax report. Here we go.
I don't think 143 Boston Creme, it's cancelled. It's just suspended at the moment or whatever. It's just having a break.
And by
at
the
the
way,
moment.
they still haven't. So you know, they still haven't filed it with the IRS. If you go to the IRS, if you go to the IRS, they still haven't filed it to the IRS.
Oh my God. I mean, so with regards to the titles, why is it then that they've been able to do that? Because
that's what I wrote to them. I wrote to them that because I just got the answer. I think today is
it's at the 5th.
So I wrote back, if this is the case, then and then I included, which is this thing which I'm about to show you guys, because this is what Harry and Meghan put out. I mean, this is them. Okay. And they even wrote back to me and they said that, here, I have this one here. Okay, I'm going to share, if you can share this here. Let me see if that's the one. Here. If you can share this. Yep. Says here, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, director, and Harry, the Duke of Sussex, directors. And according to them,
but it's asked for name and title.
No, whenever you do a tax report, and this is another thing that they wrote back to me, it's right here, because I asked them, and you know, this is the thing that they said to me. I'm just going to look it up here because it says, you have to make sure the name shown on your social security card matches the name or names that you use in tax return. If you haven't changed your name with this SSA, I don't know, it's, I think, Social Security Authorities or something like that, you'll need to show your former name on the tax return instead of your married name to avoid delays, because otherwise they refuse it and they send it back to you. Because what they do, and this was explained to me, every person that's there has a Social Security number.
I have a question.
They check the name and they check to see if this person owes them taxes. All the names in any tax form, they have to match your Social Security card. And if you do a name change, then you have to report it to the Social Security authorities. And then that way, you know, you can do that.
So did they sign their name, the Duchess, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and their titles? How did they sign their name? Because when I did my taxes, I put my title, that's that stupid stuff, in as a title for my business as far as YouTube is concerned. So when I filed under a certain Not everywhere.
The name of the business is different to what you put down for your name, isn't it?
Okay. Yes.
That's what the problem is. But what is so did they change their names completely by default? Or
Well, they will have had to have changed them in order for them to include it, because when they look at it, it's not there, is it?
No. So, I mean, why have they got away with that then?
I have no idea.
Is there, I mean, through your previous line of work, Paula, and the people you used to rub shoulders with,
well, they've been getting away with a lot with the Biden.
Was there ever loopholes for that?
They've been getting away with a lot. We know that. They've been getting away with a lot. We know we've had the Democratic governor of California basically gaslighting on that Archwell was not delinquent when it was. That it was the DOJ, Department of Justice, that made a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's got to come to a point where it says where people have to say enough is enough.
Well, what I'm concerned about is the million that's missing. Why that's not been there's no clarity on that. Where the actual money came from, the 6 million instead of the 5, or where did it all come from? Who was the donor? We should know that. And
no. The 6 million we know.
Okay,
so that charitable Fidelity Charitable gave them $6 million because it's in their report.
All right. Okay, so we do know now. That's fine. Okay, because
they posted. This is how we found out that Fidelity. I'm trying to find the page because I did that yesterday. And I had it here because I did a live and the day before yesterday, and I had the Fidelity Charitable thing, which I'm trying to find now, because let me see, Archwell Inc. Because we have the one. Here we go. Schedule 1. No, let me see.
Oh,
I have Fidelity Charitable right now.
Fidelity Charitable is just all it is.
Here it is.
All it is a giving account that distributes money to charities. So it doesn't tell you the initial donor. It will just be filtered through that.
Yeah, they're middlemen.
So that we don't have exactly. So we don't have the actual name of the person that donated that money.
No, but she would reflect. She would need, but it's coming from Fidelity Charitable, so she has to reflect, and it's 6 million. It is not 5.
Yes, but even it's coming from a middleman. Where is the original source? Because it's easy to funnel it through, and
but that's between Fidelity Charitable and the donors. Because, for example, let's say I don't know which charity I want to donate, so I donate money to Fidelity Charitable, and they decide who they're going to donate to. Some people, here it is. I'm going to share this with you right now. I found it. Some people, for example, they don't know who to give to. So here it is. This is Archwell right here.
They just give it to a company to distribute it.
Here, you see, this is Archwell right here.
Yeah.
This is Archwell. They got $6 million.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
But doesn't this just make it look very dodgy that they're not declaring the right amount? Why would you miss out $1 million?
I don't know. And first I thought, well, maybe because Fidelity Charitable goes from June 2022 till July 2023. But then they would have, for example, then Meghan would have Harry and Meghan would have reported it in 2022 that they received 2 million from, if they want to say that there's 4 million missing. And this is where the dodgy reporting from the mainstream media comes, because they kept going on about 4 million. Because don't forget that the year before last, because they never filed their taxes on time. They're absolutely delinquent.
Very late, yeah.
No, they're delinquent. Okay, that is the word. No,
they are not. Nice way of putting it.
And you know what? I was talking to the CPA, and she said that anybody else, she doesn't understand why they haven't been canceled. She doesn't understand why why that has been canceled, because she went through the thing that is on their site, because she went looking for the 2023 return on the IRS, because they claimed that they submitted it on November 15th. So my friend sent me a screenshot. This is as of yesterday, Florida time, 1:48 p.m. It still wasn't there, only the 2022. They can post anything they want on their website. You can fill out the form, print it out, and then scan it without having to have sent it. Absolutely, because she has it for a public thing. You can do that.
Yeah.
They can, paper can
So-
take all kinds of crap.
So
Okay?
so their website contradicts the actual documents, basically, which is the the scope
Well,
of it all.
let's look at this. This is what caught my attention. Why are they using royal titles when I know for a fact any government form that you fill out has to have the name on the birth certificate or social security card. It has to. For example, if you go to when you get your social security, let me put it this way: when Henry got his social security card, but then you have to report that, but she can't change it to a noble title of nobility.
Okay, it did say that.
So for example, when I got my son's social security card, I had to bring his birth certificate.
Yeah, it's a name. It's the same name. Yeah.
When I took out my American Social Security card, I brought. I used to have my married name, and they asked me for my birth certificate, because you come with your birth certificate, and you know that, Leticia. You go if you want to get your social security card, you go with your birth certificate. And because and then because I said at the time, this is why I changed my last name back to my not married name, and you have to go in person. You go there because they need to see you, right? And you go there with your birth certificate and another ID, like passport or something. If you don't have a passport, then you go. But both names, all your IDs, especially your social security card, because that is your name that's given to you pretty much as an American citizen before you're married or before anything. That is, and it's a one-time number.
They give it to you when you're in the hospital.
And that number dies with you. So Meghan, so you have to go. I had to go get his birth certificate, and I gave it to him because and it was really weird because, for example, in the United States, you're not allowed to have two last names. In Canada, you are. In Norway, you can have.
So in the United States, you can't have double-barreled name.
No,
really?
You can only have one last name.
But you can't have a double barrel in the United States.
To my husband's name yet, but I only can use one. I got to change
No,
it.
but so you can't have your last name and your husband's last name. You can't have a double barrel.
No, in Latin America,
well, you can. You can here.
Well, in Canada, they allow you. Now they allow it, but before you didn't. It wasn't allowed. You had to choose a last name. So, for example, I remember I had problems with my Henrik because Henrik was born in Nicaragua and he had two last names. So I remember there was an issue with that because his birth certificate had both last names. So when I went to apply for his social security card, it was like, ma'am, this doesn't, So this is why I'm saying that I don't understand why they've been allowed to get away with so many lies. Like right now, and people have, Leticia, you can report it. I even told people how to report it, and I'll tell you how you do it.
Oh.
The people who are here, you can report them. What you do is you report to the IRS the following: that Fidelity Investments Charitable Gift Fund, it's right here, with the EIN number 11-030300.
Can you pull it up? Can you pull it up?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was up. Can you pull it up, Victoria?
Oh, sorry, I was just looking up double-barreled names because that's got me really, really interested in that.
Okay, all you have to do, guys, is write to the IRS explaining that Fidelity Investments Charitable Gift Fund, that's their name, in their 990 tax report form with EIN number 11-03030001 claimed that they disbursed or donated to Archwell Inc. with EIN 85-22-13963 $6 million.
Yeah.
But that Archwell Foundation is only claiming to have received 5, and that there is $1 million
Oh,
missing.
Yes, but why is that then? If it's
yeah.
actually come from a distributor, a middleman, why was there a missing million anyway? That
I
that
have
just
no
is
clue.
a
That
very
is a
strange.
very good question. This is the
Yeah.
question that you need to ask the IRS and have them look at it.
Yeah, you can't just say you're
It's,
missing $1 million and not be
well,
taxed
you
on it.
don't have to say that she's missing $1 million, but you can say that a Fidelity investment charitable gift. What's it called?
Only provided.
Fidelity Investments Charitable Gift Fund claims to have donated or reported in their 990 tax form, and their EIN, which is employer identification number, is 11-03030001. They claim to have donated, they state in their tax return that they donated $6 million to Archwell Inc. And Archwell Inc. EIN is their identification number, is 85-2213-963. You give them as much info as possible, so with the identification, so immediately the IRS goes and locates that. Okay, they have this AIN. They reported that they only received $5 million, whereas this. So basically, the IRS is going to ring Archwell and say, "Wait a minute, you received $6 million. You're only reporting $5 million here. Where is there something is not right." Because you're
Right.
receiving money, because they received 2 separate 1 million donations from different donors in
Oh,
2022, but that's not charitable foundation. That's not Fidelity Charitable, because otherwise, I looked at the 2022 report for charity, Fidelity Charitable. They don't have any donation. Hi, they don't have any
actually,
donation for Archwell.
Hmm.
The only
I
one
mean,
they have is for 2023, and apparently it was donated sometime in February 2023.
yes, it was. Yes. So why is it so late that this has all come up?
Yeah, so
Uh,
so Meghan Markle, and we have Maggie, who is an accountant. If you receive it
I'm in finance.
and finance, if you receive, numbers have to match. So if somebody's giving you 6 million here, it has to be reflected that those 6 millions went somewhere. And then
right,
because
Mhm.
either Fidelity Charitable is lying or Rachel Meghan Markle is lying. And
right.
my money's on Rachel Meghan Markle, guys.
Exactly.
I didn't know
I'm
you
gonna
could
go with
get
Paula.
$1 million and the IRS not even say anything.
I'm gonna say Christy Leisman, it could be going on the next year. No, you cannot postpone and report income you receive. This is like
Right.
that. If you fail to report it, that's jail time for you, buddy.
Yeah, it's penalties. You got to pay penalties
Oh,
and
you can go to jail. This is $1 million.
yeah.
Did you guys know that Meghan Markle took the IRS to court? She lost the
What?
case. Yes, for
No.
$1,000 or something like that in her tax return.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, how brazen is that to take
I
the
know.
IRS to court? I wouldn't
You have
dream
to
of
have
doing
no.
that.
Because they may conjure up something that I done in the past, and there be. I would
Yeah,
not
they
do
like
that.
they
Don't
like
give yourself
losing
away,
money.
Lady Letitia. You just admitted you're a fiddler of the books.
Okay.
Live on
I
YouTube.
did not.
How are you,
American
Maggie? Okay.
finance is difficult. It's difficult. It's not difficult. Harry and Meghan, because their paper are so weird, that's why it seems difficult.
Well, I'm like
Christy
Victoria. Where's the other
Leisman is saying,
million?
no, okay. Christy Leisman is saying it's not income, though. I know, but it's worse because this is a public
Oh, it's
charity.
not income.
Doesn't matter. This is worse because this is a
Doesn't
public
matter.
charity. This is other people's money.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. They give you money for a purpose, and you're supposed to use the money for a purpose.
No. Well, given how it is, they are supposed to be given 5% or whatever. But you know what I mean. But no, that something is not right.
So you wrote to them, right? And you told them.
Yeah, I wrote to them
that-
about 2
that-
weeks ago, and they just respond. I mean, it takes a while for them. So I replied to them, and I said, I
Oh,
said, yeah, I said, okay, I understand that. Thanks for the information. However,
mhm.
and then I sent them all the pages that I showed you guys.
Okay.
And I said, then you have Archwell with EIN number so and so, and they're using that, and she's an American citizen. And so why, if you say that they can't, because they're directors, they're in a
Right.
position of trust in a public charity, they're not supposed to be there, then why? Because the way it works, and this is what they explained to me, if you don't have the names, and this is what they say to you, that the names on the tax reports have to match your social security cards, or the social security cards of numbers of everybody that you include there, because otherwise they return it back to you until you fix it.
The thing is
Right.
with Harry, the thing is with Harry and Meghan, since they started Archwell Charity, they keep on using their title. So
Yeah,
my
but this
question,
I know, but this is what I'm writing to the IRS. As I say, why is this allowed? If you say to
so
me
my
now,
yeah, so my question in that would be, did they change their name?
That's what I asked
yeah.
Paula earlier. Did they
Yeah, but
change
then
their name?
again, they told me. I just shared an email, Maggie,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yeah,
email
you
said
can.
you can't have. Listen to what the email said. I have it here. Sorry, guys.
Just a quick question, Paula. When did she take the IRS to court? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it. It was a while ago.
Ah,
She lost the
okay.
case. She lost the case. Um, she lost the case clearly.
I
It
love
is
what you're
Um,
pretty.
wearing, by the way. You look absolutely amazing. You
Yeah,
look
it's like a
you look
goddess.
you look biblical.
Thank
this is
you,
what it
thank you.
said.
I asked everyone in my chat before coming. I was just like, "Should I
It's
wear the
great.
crown?" And they were like, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay."
That
Of
is a hell of
course.
a crown. I love it.
The raw
Perfect.
chaos.
But like,
Mhm.
let me show you some. We're gonna laugh later, guys. Don't worry, because I have some stuff that I have to share with you, that we have to laugh about this,
Dude, I'm
because it's just
We
funny.
got
laughing.
to
Like,
put
you're
I'm
You're not
y'all
gonna
on
put
laughing.
any.
the
You're not putting any toes on the screen, are you, Paula? Because
I am fucking putting
you
toes
put.
up.
I've,
I absolutely
you're
am.
putting some feet up on the screen. Oh
I
no!
have to. People
I
are
was
here
No,
for
trying.
the
you are.
toes. No, but this is this fantastic picture that this person posted on Twitter, and he gave me authorization to put
Mhm.
it. So I thought I'd share it with you guys because it's just too funny, you know. So I decided I have to share it with you guys because it's just, that's what we're here for. We're here to entertain you guys. This is what it says. It says,
Yeah.
in the United States, you cannot use your nobility title on a board of directors listing due to the titles of nobility clause in the Constitution, which prohibits citizens from accepting or using titles of nobility from foreign countries while holding public office or positions of trust within the US government. This includes board positions in companies.
The thing is, what if it is their name? They're not using the
Yes,
title.
but
Imagine
they
if it's
can't.
the name, because
But
I can go change my name and call myself Duchess of Sussex. So,
Right.
that's what creeps me out. I feel because they wanted to change the name of Archie and Lilibet to Sussex to be a big family. So would we be really surprised if they actually changed their name to their title?
well,
Right.
the thing is, though, that Meghan Markle, we don't know. I haven't been able to get a hold of the birth certificate. I haven't been able to get a hold of the Lily's birth certificate. Of the response I got, which I created at that live that we all remember, where they called me a liar. So that was funny. That was interesting. So I'm going to show it to you here. This is the email I got from them, saying greetings and thank you for. If you can share with me, it's fine.
Can you got it up there? Can
Mhm.
you see it? Let me just take this
Yeah.
comment down. Hold on. Can you see it? Yeah.
Greetings and thank you for contacting the California Department of Public Health Office of Vital Records in response to your inquiry. Unfortunately, we're not able to provide the certificate requested with the information provided. Therefore, a certificate of no public record was issued. And at the bottom, there's a sealed record. Let me see if I have the other part of that. Oh, here it is. There's here. There's a sealed record of a Miss Rachel Meghan Markle in the state of California who gave birth to a child in 1997. This record was sealed December 2018, and we are therefore unable to provide any information.
Oh
97,
my god.
1997.
Yeah, I did a video about it. And this is what, remember that live that Steph and Sue did about me?
That
Yeah.
was yeah.
That's based on this thing. That this is what they said, that they
Oh,
said that this email had to be a lie because it was illegal for me to ask for a copy of a birth certificate, because asking for a copy of public record apparently is a HIPAA violation, which is a lie in itself.
it's not a violation. You can read.
No. And they were showing the website, and all Stephanie had to do was scroll down less than a millisecond, and it would say there that anybody can request copies of birth certificates and public records, but that some of the information would be, blocked out.
Scratched out.
Yeah. So this is why they did that live, because they based it on the email I got saying that they wouldn't answer that. And I was like, this is the because the number I tried to apply 7 times for the birth certificate, and each and every time they said to me, it's not on the main records here, go to Santa Barbara if you're claiming that the child is in Santa Barbara. So the lady that I was communicating with me, she says, do you want us to
I'm sorry, I just saw Nicola saying we're still going on about this. Me, I'm also in the mindset of forgive and forget. Like I'm friend with Steph. She did a bad thing, I agree. But
I don't care what they did or not.
exactly.
I'm not here
Yeah.
blaming
I
anybody.
have
What
a
I'm
quick
saying,
question.
Because I'm friend with Steph.
I'm not talking about that. I'm only showing about Lily,
Cool.
because where I'm
Yeah.
getting at is the details. If they change, because according to the fake things that TMZ put out within 8 weeks of Lily being born, they said that Lily Beth Diana Mountbatten Windsor, that was the last name that the girl got. So
Yes,
if they had changed the name to Sussex, then it would have said Lilibet Diana Sussex. But the fake birth certificates that people have put out, it's
yeah, but
Mountbatten Windsor.
But why did
maybe
they
the
gotta wait
baby
till
was born.
1977?
Maybe the baby was born and with the name of family that they wanted, but after they decided, because I remember that they were talking about Archie and Lilibet, that they wanted to change both of their name, and I just think that oh, Maggie, she's not complaining about Seth, just offering fact. I was just saying that I just don't want anything to be like about
Yeah,
inner
Maggie,
fighting.
I can't be choosing my words. This is something that happened based on this email. I'm just referring because I did ask for this email. This is an email that I got an information from them. And this is
Yes, I
why I
know.
did my 1997 video, which is still up, by the way. And because I
Yes, I
was
know.
asking and I did that. So I'm not bad mouthing anybody. I'm not, this
Oh
is a
no,
statement that
I
happened.
was answering the chat because
Yeah.
she said that you were not complaining. I was like, I know that she's not complaining. It's just that I'm just saying that I'm friend with Steph. I was just answering the
Yeah.
chat. I wasn't saying that you or something.
Why
Don't
did
choose
they
your
say
words.
she
Talk
I have
about
gotta
the
what you need to
wait?
Queen's card.
talk.
I have the Queen's card. That email is funky looking. Well, anyway, why is it? That is my. I have it on night. I don't have it on. You know how some people have display daytime. I don't, because I'm dyslexic, and for me, it's better if I have it on nighttime. When you can watch, for example, these are some of the emails I get them, and I get them in black because I can read them better because I'm dyslexic, and they're white
Oh,
background. Like for example, the Daily Mail, you can watch it on night mode or day mode, right? If I
Yes.
watch it on day mode, it's the background is white, and I just can't read it because I am dyslexic. So
Yeah.
this is why I choose the night mode, because then the letters are white and they pop up better for me. That's all there is to it, really, guys. So the reason why we're talking about it is because of the last names, right? Because
Yeah.
Exactly.
remember that Harry and Meghan said that from now on they were going to be called Sussex. So this is why I asked, and I asked on my live, do you guys think that they changed it to Sussex? But then
yeah.
again, I can understand Harry and Meghan calling themselves Meghan Sussex, but not a nobility title. A nobility title is not allowed in.
So, can I just say that sealed documents there's different reasons for sealed documents. One will be for cases involving state secrets, cases involving trade secrets, juvenile criminal records, but sealed birth records are typically after an adoption or a determination of paternity.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and the thing is that she
this
was a
could be,
minor
yeah.
too. She would have been 16 years of age if we believe she was born in 1983. or 1981. She would have been 16 years of age. And some people will say, well, they wouldn't tell you they had sealed records. Actually, they would. For example, Harry's case, visa case, we know there was a judgment, but it was sealed. But we couldn't see what was in the judgment, but we know there was a judgment. So the lady was kind enough, and she said to me, because I didn't know that they could do this. She said, well, when we couldn't find Lilibet Diana, and I had so many people write to me, why don't you look for Mary Diana Mountbatten Windsor, born in Ohio, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, because the girl in the line of succession that's listed there is Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, born on June 4th, 2021 in California. It's not Mary Diana, born in Ohio. It's Lilibet Diana. So that's the girl with those legal details that's in the line of succession. And as such, those records should be public. So the lady said to me, and I didn't know, because you see, I'm learning here by asking questions, by writing emails, I asked and I said, the lady said, but you know what? We could do a quick search with the mother's name. And I'm like, oh shit, can you do that? And she said, well, yeah. I mean, if she's given birth in the state of California, if Rachel Meghan Markle has given birth in the state of California, it will pop up, right? Something will pop up. So she did the search, and this is what she wrote to me. That's the email she sent to me. So I phoned and I said, can you give me more info? And she says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but we gave you the information that comes in our screen. It says seal record, blah, 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 right? And we don't know if and this is why in my video I said, I don't know if this is the same Rachel Meghan Markle that I talk about. That's a legal disclaimer I did. I said, I don't know if that is the same Rachel Meghan Markle that we all talk about. But the interesting part of it all is that this record was sealed in December 2018. Why so many years? Because the kid would be like 27 years old.
So, I mean, with the if she did put her child up for adoption, because we've also heard someone that she used to work with, that I think she was did she work on a golf course, Meghan?
No, no. What happened is when she was on Deal or No Deal, she did those kinds of service with rich men. She would be offered as a caddy girl, and there's this lady who's talking and says everybody loved Meghan, all the men loved her here.
But she mentioned that she had a child as well, didn't she?
Yeah, yes, this lady did an interview. She's not supposed to be. She's divorced. She has a child. She's biracial. So she let it slip.
Paula, did it say that the Rachel that you just read had a baby in 1977?
1997.
Yeah, 1997. So there is saying that if that is our Meghan Markle, she had a child.
Well, possibly, because the documents are still.
Her, I have to give the disclaimer. If that is her, the child would be 27 years of age.
Wow.
You can share this
considering their sealed documents, and would be the reason for it would be for adoption. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Just putting it out there. I mean, obviously, allegedly, guys. Anyway, let's add this to the stage.
Yeah, I was laughing my head off because this is all over Twitter.
What the?
I want to enlarge it.
What's with the plunger and stuff?
Let me tell you something.
Oh, she's going
This is Meghan Markle going through the trash entrance. This is the trash. Literally, this is the trash.
Wow.
Entrance. And it's bad grid. And look at this. Why would bad grid be on a back alley? Isn't she afraid of security?
Yeah, look how that's all on her dress.
They are up close. They're incredibly up close. There's a video of her getting
who's put in the bucket and the toilet roll and the plunger in her hand?
This guy called Armor that I follow on X. And guess who took the picture? Back grid. Here, see the back grid?
The what? Oh, the back. Yeah, the broom.
No, Backgrid is the company, is the paparazzi company that she always calls.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
So they originated the picture.
They were really up close. Look at the broom there. So
Yeah,
she
she
called
looks
him
out
when
of
she was
place
getting
there.
out. Yeah. She called him when she was getting out, because how would they know when she's getting out? And the security's all there, all trying, she's trying to look all she's just insane. This woman is insane. Literally, I really do believe she's insane, to tell you the truth. I mean, why would you want people to take pictures of you while you go out through the back and the garbage? I mean,
Right.
no celebrity would want to be. And I have this perfect picture that's going to show you guys. Let me show you. I have this picture, this is really funny. Somebody captured her, and it says that you can see where the trash is. Literally, the trash.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean,
but a lot of celebrities do this, especially if they're not getting enough attention. They will call
Are
on
they
their
taking
the
pictures?
paps.
yeah, but you would
and-
want something
and
more
arrange it.
glamorous. You want something more glamorous, not you being pictured getting out where it says trash.
You say
Well, I
that, but she
mean-
likes to ask Bagret to photograph her in parking lots. She's not a sophisticated person.
And the toes. I have a picture.
Yeah,
of the
she's a
toes,
parking
guys.
lot
I have
girl.
to talk about the toes, guys. We have to talk about the
They
toes.
are quite long toes, aren't they? They're going over the shoe. I think she needs bigger
Yes, that
shoes.
second one.
I'll show you.
Stop bullying her toes.
No, I know. It's really
So I gotta tell you.
it's low bar. It's low bar toes.
Low bar,
You know
low
what I
bar.
mean? Yeah.
No.
What
The
she
thing with her
looks
toes
like
is that
doesn't
she
really
seems
matter.
very no, guys. No, stop that. The thing with her toes is that she seems to be very proud of showing them.
He does.
Princess Catherine has worn sandals. She has worn sandals, and I'm going to show you the ones that she's worn. Okay, I'm going to show you the ones from Princess Catherine, because
Maybe
you guys
she should do a foot fetish. The foot fetish thing. Sell her feet pics.
Yeah.
If everything else goes
show
to
this
pot,
picture. Show this picture. Show this
just sell the
picture.
feet pics.
OnlyFans toes.
She could dip them in her jam. That would be good, wouldn't it? And get Harry to suck
It
off
might
the
make her a
jam
few
off her
dollars.
toes, and they'd make loads of money.
Are you showing
I've
the
a good
picture that
business
I'm posting?
idea.
Are you showing the picture that I just showed? That with the toes.
Hold on. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Toes have no feelings, Isabella.
Oh,
you're right. They
that
do not.
is harsh. That ain't good.
The toes, basically, I don't know, and I'm going to explain quite a few things about it, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. Actually, you know what? You guys
You
are
gonna break it
making me-
down?
I love the fact that Paula is acting as if that is like it. I'm gonna show you why it's important to talk about the toe. The toe have a story, a background, a movie about the toe. I'm just like, she has ugly toes. Like what? How about the fact that Harry went on TV and was like, "It's bonkers. They said we were divorced like 10 times."
I'm sorry. I just want to be a petty Betty.
What about
I just want to be a petty Betty for a bit. And then
say that you want to be petty, because this is about being petty. So let's insult her toes.
No, actually, it's not. This is actually not. You know why I don't think it's petty or anything like that? Because this is a woman who basically trolls all the trolls in Catherine and Meghan Markle's. The first thing they talk about is Princess Catherine's looks. When she was thin, all they kept saying, "Oh, that what's it called?
William's hair.
That anorexic, horrible woman because her husband is cheating." Now that Meghan Markle is skin and bones because of Ozempic, they're all quiet. They're all quiet about it. I hate it, and this is why I don't like, because they are the ones who talk about it. They're the ones who, the first thing they do is attack us, people like me, because of my age, that I'm all wrinkled, and that I'm an old woman who hates Meghan Markle appearance, because they make it all about appearance. Okay. And I'm going to show you this thing because she keeps saying that she's the best at everything. She's the best woman at this. She's the best woman at that. She has to be the best of everything. She has to
be fair.
Only Meghan has taste. Catherine doesn't have taste. I'm going to show you a side-by-side
Well,
picture.
didn't you talk about William's hair, that he was losing his hair? My brother's
Harry
losing
was
his hair.
Harry's mocking William while he's fluffing the 4 little hairs he has left on his head. You know, I'm going to show you this picture and we're going to see the difference. Here, share it.
I mean, this is crazy. I didn't think I'd be showing feet pics today.
No, okay.
Okay, we got a
A
comparison.
tale of 2 toes. This is Princess Catherine with the strapless sandal, right?
Yes.
That's cute.
And you can see that she has more of support at the front. So the feet, the toes don't come out, right? You can see that the arch of her foot is looking comfortable on the it's resting on the shoe, right? So the feet look beautiful, look elongated, it fits. Here you have Meghan Markle, the arch of her foot.
Oh my God.
Is completely off.
Look at the toe. It's go back. Go back.
Victoria.
Did you see the toe on the carpet? The toe was
so
on
now,
the carpet.
No, this is not the
so
carpet.
what are you saying? What are you saying to old little kid? What are you saying to all the little kid who have ugly toes? Having
Don't
ugly
wear
toes
open
is
toe shoes.
No,
so you should hide. You should
No.
hide when you have ugly toes.
I would.
You're not listening to what I'm
Lady
trying to say.
Latisha. Lady
Whether she has
Latisha.
ugly toes or not. This is because Meghan Markle claims to be the beacon of social high fashion. Okay, she claims to be that everything she wears is perfect. That she's a role model for people who wears everything. This is what I'm talking about.
Why is
this
her
little
foot
details
on the floor though? It's not even in her
This is the
shoe.
dirty floor of the trash entrance.
Do you not think that looks a bit photoshopped?
Is the shoe too small?
Huh?
Is the shoe too
Well,
small?
the shoes too
The shoes
small.
are either
It's
too
actually
small
on
or
the
too big.
floor. Her
I
foot
think
is
we
on
should
the
move
floor.
on from the toe saga, to be fair.
Show you
I
something
don't
beautiful. Look what it does. Show this picture.
What is
Show this picture.
Christy? What is Christy saying? None of those
Um,
people are that good looking to be talking about each other. What does that even mean?
This is what we're talking about, sugars. We're talking about Rachel Meghan Markle because she claims to be that beautiful, that Harry will never cheat on her.
Yeah.
She's the most sexy woman alive, that nobody cheats on Meghan Markle.
Soho
The rumors
girl.
that they put about Catherine is because she's a bulimic, ugly-looking woman, and they mock everything she wears.
Well, I know this much. Her toe shouldn't
That's
be
why
on
I'm
the floor.
talking about it, because they bully people based on appearance. Okay,
So we should bully other people based on appearance.
No,
Her
but
toe be on the floor. I got a
you
question.
should call them out. You should call people out on that thing, because if you
Call
give,
people
you gotta
out
take.
for toes.
But what about her toe being on the floor? Should her toe be on the floor?
No, and it's a
I
dirty
don't think it
floor.
really matters about her toes.
Being on the floor?
I'm more concerned about her personality.
Jacqueline, you seem to believe that when they go low, we go low also. This is only the type of thinking that I have. You need to chill. Thank you.
The only thing I think she needs to do is she's going to wear a sandal, put a bigger shoe on so your foot is not rubbing against the floor.
That's what I said about Princess Catherine's shoe. I said that this is why she has more support at the front, so it holds the foot because you have a high heel. So this is why she has those things, and you see it's holding it in place. And therefore, I
must say, a platform shoe is much better because it doesn't hurt your feet as much, does it? If we're
platform shoe.
Show this last picture. Show this last picture. Come on, do me that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, right. Oh, that's got to be Photoshopped. That's not her.
No, that's
her.
Without Photoshop.
That's been edited, surely.
No, that's
unfiltered.
This is the photo without filter.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
I don't know. That looks like it's been edited around the side of her cheek. So that
no,
looks like it's been
this is how it looks. I can show you the picture that
Does
they
she
put
not
out.
look older to you guys?
Of course she does, and her skin is all wrinkly. I don't know why. Why is her skin around her
Yeah, this is
so wrinkly?
unfiltered.
This is the unfiltered picture. I'm going to show you the filtered one, and you can clearly see the filter. And this is the thing, because everybody was canceling Princess Catherine's pictures because they were photoshopped.
Yep, they were, Paula.
I put up the other picture. This is Photoshop. This is filtered. See
And
the
that's
difference?
not
So the
much.
cheek actually does look the same there. Yeah. So you've got that. That she's got
Her skin
basically
looks
on
smoother.
her.
Her skin looks smoother. All the spots are
Yeah.
gone. She looks. It is absolutely Photoshop. And this is why it bothers me. The hypocrisy. This is why when I say is the hypocrisy what bothers me. That the Sussex Squad. You should see their web pages. They go so low, Catherine. Oh, she didn't lose her hair because she has
Oh, yeah,
cancer.
they talk about her so bad.
Yes, because and the thing is that according to them, Meghan is the most gorgeous woman on earth. Only Meghan knows fashion. This is a woman. The dress, you know how much the dress cost?
It was expensive, wasn't it?
$40,000
$40,000 for a dress? For that
to
dress?
make it look cheap. And I mean, she
It
really
doesn't look
lied.
like it's $40,000.
Yep, $40,000. And you know what I think it
It
is?
costs more than my car.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? I think it's one of them dresses that, because remember that and now I'm going to walk something back because I used to criticize King Charles about it. But I firmly believe that this Yankee woman was basically just grabbing all dresses, dress after dress after dress. And whenever she was sent the bill to pay, which is why she fell out with Victoria Beckham, because Victoria Beckham, she sent her 6 dresses. And then she sent the invoice because she never got them back. And Meghan won.
Victoria Beckham and David were at the banquet in Qatar, obviously
Yes.
with the Queen and King. I've got to say that's probably going to rub them up the wrong way, seeing them together with with people that they're not getting on with. I mean,
Yeah,
all in
I'm
one
jealous.
room. That's definitely going to put a bit of a dagger in the back of them, a bit of a bitter
That's gonna
taste
hurt
in their
the
mouth.
tongue.
Yeah.
I just want you to show this what you're seeing, guys. Look how undignified this is.
Because Victoria, he they fell out and now they're hanging out with King Charles and the rest of the royals.
Guess how much this whole look cost?
Well, so
No
far,
idea.
$70,000 to look this cheap.
Wow.
She's talking about Victoria Beckham.
Oh yeah. No, I know. No, this dress is 70,000. Yeah.
It's this dress. And you know what's so terrible? And I'm going to tell you something. Meghan Markle, when she was in Suits, because I'm doing a video about it today. And then I'll show you a couple of pictures. When she was in Suits, it was Suits, and they did a red carpet thing. It was Suits who styled her because she was doing a red carpet about Suits, right? While I was doing my research about this fashion thing video that I'm putting out, I was surprised.
You can see her from here.
And then I looked at it, and then it says that the stylist was the Suits stylist because, of course, if you work for a company and you go represent the company wants to make sure that you look decent. So they would style her. It wasn't her style or anything like that. Yes, I didn't know that.
So what do you guys think about the dress as a whole? Like, I thought the dress was okay.
Yeah, but the dress, did you know that the dress did not have a slit in the front? It was just a top. And that would have made sense. That's what I talk about in my video. It's like what she did with the Carolina Herrera. She enlarged the big slit on the front, which was V. And because she wanted a bigger cleavage, she made it a whole U thing. And then the pleats were screwed up. The sides were screwed up because she altered the top and then she altered the front, because and it's very, very terrible, but I'm going to show you pictures. When she was in Suits, I mean, I'm going to show you that she did do how they styled her when she went there, and it was not like what we're seeing right now. And you're going to compare. because and
Well,
then
how
she
did the royals dress her? What was she looking
no,
decent?
because she doesn't listen. When she was in Suits, she had to do it because her salary depended on it. You know, and yeah, I'm gonna show you here. For example, I'm gonna show you this one. Look at that. I'm gonna show you this one, guys. That was well put together. But that and I think she's wearing a Victoria Beckham dress. Show it. Yeah, that's a Victoria Beckham dress.
Let's have a look. Oh yes, so this is. But I mean, that's a nice dress. I like that.
But
Yeah, I
even her
do.
makeup
But
was
do you
done
know
correctly.
She looks
for
good
me,
there.
But
for
even
me,
her makeup was done correctly. She
It
was
looks
dressed
good.
correctly. Look at the bun. It wasn't like all the hairs are sticking out or anything
You
like
can
that.
tell she's aged though.
but listen, to be fair, I don't give a damn about what she looks like, what she wears. She can go out in a black bin liner for all I care.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I will say is that when she wears very expensive clothes that are worth thousands and thousands
It
of
looks cheap.
pounds, no, it's not that. When she goes to places like Colombia, when she goes to places
Yes.
like Nigeria, and she wants to help people in poverty, and she's not relatable. How is that relatable? How are you a
Exactly.
person of the people when you're wearing clothes that most people can't afford to buy, at all? It will take a whole year's salary to buy
Well,
that
her
dress.
clothes does
So
look
I
cheap.
don't agree
Exactly.
with that, and that's all I've got to say on her dress sense. I don't.
But look at
I
this
don't
picture. Look at
even
this
think she's
picture.
that unattractive. To be fair, I
No,
actually
but
think she's
well, she
okay.
I
used to be
I
attractive.
think
Look
I
at this
think I
picture.
think she used to be attractive, and I think that talking about her appearance
Yeah,
is
it's low
I'm
bar,
like
isn't it?
exactly. And for
It's
me
not
and for
really. We're
Paula,
not dogging her out. I
let
honestly,
us finish, please. Okay, it's just that I find it to be a bad way of seeing things. I think it teach us and teach young girls or teach anyone to that it's okay to insult and the people's appearance, and then we're mad that the other person on the other side is doing the same thing. Why are you mad if you do the same thing?
right. Why are you mad if you do the same thing? But I don't think we're sitting on here dogging her out and trashing her.
You're not
Because,
dogging her out, Lady
no,
Letitia.
well, her toe is dragging on the floor. That doesn't look sexy.
Right.
Lady Letitia, look me in my eyes and tell me
Okay.
this.
Magic.
Look
Look at
me in my
magic.
eyes.
Oh
For me,
dear.
and I'm gonna
I'm
tell you,
like,
you guys agree to
because for
disagree.
me,
For me,
Meghan Markle is a horrible person. We don't need to insult her appearance. Her soul is disgusting.
And that is the most relevant
no,
thing,
no, no,
right? It's who
no,
she
but
is.
no, 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 that's BS. I'll tell you what, something else. I haven't. The
I do
reason
see your point, Paula.
I agree with
I
the
see your
reason
point.
why I talk about it is like, for
I know your
example, when
point.
she
I know.
said that Catherine was not a hugger. Oh, I'm a hugger.
Yeah.
So that does that mean that we're not gonna criticize her when she body
No,
gropes people
no.
inappropriately?
I get where you're coming from because she trashes other people's appearance and
All the
so
time, all
I
the time.
understand what you're saying and I get both sides, but
And
I just
because I
it
know,
Exactly.
doesn't
and
interest it
because
doesn't
I know,
interest
and
me.
listen, I'm only criticizing. Do you know, Maggie, that there are millions of YouTube channels that they talk fashion and they go, "This is a fashion fail." They go, "The makeup is terrible." They go,
Yes, they
so
are brutal.
this is what we're doing, and we're not. I'm not saying Omega Markle is ugly. No, I'm
No,
saying
we're here to talk about the royal chaos. We're not here to do fail or no fail.
no,
Because
no.
this is
But
not
this is part of the
I have
Omega
no
is part of
sense
the
of
game.
style.
Fail or
I
no
would be
fail.
failing. I would
No, but and neither do I. But this is a woman that presents herself. She herself said that she spends hours
I love it.
Googling because she knows that she's a fashion icon. These are her words.
Yeah,
That
she is
she's
a
a
fashion
fashion
icon.
icon that she sells because of her fashion sense of style, that she wanted to create the
Mhm.
TIG, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
the TIG. The TIG was
So
all
and
about her
that thing was all
fashion.
about fashion and about everything. And Meghan Markle has been one of the worst people and her
Good
minions.
point.
She has even called her Sussex squad to thank them. One of the most vile people. They called and thanked them, Harry and Meghan Markle,
I
for
know.
all
I
their
know.
support. So show
I
this picture. I just want
know.
to show this picture just to show you that I'm not trashing her and that she used to look
She
good.
does look older. She does look older
Thank
now
you.
because
She
she
looks
is
good.
older.
No,
Exactly.
this is in 2016.
Mhm. Mhm.
She used to
This is
put
like a
herself
natural
together
look. This is
nicely.
like a
Not
natural.
anymore. Not anymore. And for some reason, I equate this like that messy hair that she showed up with, which is like an angry bird attacked her weave and just couldn't leave. Like,
Whoa!
well, at the same time, she's an investor in the highbrow hippie hair product, and it costs $206. That little
Where's
thing.
Lady Letitia?
No, she'll be back. She'll be back. So the reason why I criticize, not whether she's beautiful or anything, I criticize her because somebody has to land her plane down to tell her that she's not beautiful. She's not the most beautiful person. She's not fashionable. She is a mess. She looks cheap, tacky, and sleazy. Because in her mind, this is a woman who considers herself a role model for young, vulnerable teens.
Yeah.
This is a woman who is exploiting young, vulnerable teens. And it starts at the most superficial thing there is.
Her toes.
No, yeah, everything. Because people go, if you know what, how can you look at Meghan Markle now and say she's the most beautiful woman in the world, that she's a fashion icon? How can anybody say that? But they gaslight you so much that if you say no, she's not, you're a bully. She watches our channels.
Yeah.
What people,
I
a lot
know.
of people say to me, who are you to criticize her because you're not beautiful? I didn't say I was beautiful. I have never called myself fashion icon. I have never said that I'm beautiful. I have never said that people, that whenever I walk, I'm so irresistible that Harry will never cheat on me because she's Meghan Markle. Nobody, she's the perfect woman who's walking this earth, and who the royal family has to kiss her ass because she's better than all of them put together, including the late queen.
Yeah.
So
I
somebody
understand.
has to land her plane. She's not smart. She's not the smartest woman.
She's not.
She's not talented.
She's not what?
She's not a good actress. She's not smart. If she were smart, she wouldn't be in the mess she's finding herself in right now.
Absolutely.
She's not good looking. She's average looking. You have millions of better looking girls in California without operations.
Hello, Lady Letitia.
It's not like that. Because if you don't say, wait a minute, Meghan, you're not a fashion icon. You are a mess on the red carpet. This X, Y, and Z. And I can guarantee you that there's going to be channels talking about the fashion fail.
We know that some of these people have delusions of grandeur, don't they? I mean, there are a lot of people that come on the red carpet and really think they look amazing, and they wear some weird stuff, and I'm like, that's not fashion, that's just chaos.
Exactly.
So
she dressed badly.
They want to sell it to you. It's beautiful. Don't you?
Where's Paula?
Oh my God.
Oh my
God! What is
God.
going on? Right, guys, I want to move on from dresses and
no, they try to sell.
Oh, there she's back.
No, they try to sell you ugly looking dresses as though they're beautiful.
Back with a vengeance.
Yes. I do think it's an acquired taste of fashion industry when you're high up. It's certainly not for me. I see ASAP Rocky, some of the stuff he wears, and I'm like, oh, that's a bit out there. He's like wearing the trousers and a skirt and some hair clips. I don't get it.
Exactly. Like, I agree with Paula that she has no fashion style, and I agree with you, Victoria, that her dressing this way when she's going into different, country, she shouldn't be doing that. But it is the comparing two women together. And because I'm black, also the thing of like being like, that white woman is so beautiful, but the mixed woman, I know it's not, but you understand why I feel a little like
I get what you're saying, but I actually think Meghan's quite attractive.
It's not about color. I'm explaining my own trauma. It's not about what exactly. It's not about Paula. Paula is not saying that. It's me. I'm like, maybe that's why I'm reacting also.
I mean, I can see
white, black, Chinese. I don't care what color you are. If your stuff ain't right, you're gonna be talked about. I'm sorry, because I know they're talking about me. Look at her belly; it's hanging.
Okay, look at this.
Who's saying that?
A picture. I'm going to show you a picture of another woman next to Meghan at that event.
What?
I'm going to show you a picture of a black woman next to Meghan at that event. And you will see that this woman looks beautiful.
Carrie
They all put
Washington.
together.
I
Exactly.
know that. Carrie
Here,
Washington is one of the most beautiful women with Lori
Mhm.
Harvey.
look,
What I'm
look,
sta-
look at this picture
Yes.
here, and you will
Mhm.
see Carrie Washington. Even her face looks clean. Meghan Markle looks dirty.
Oh, Paula.
It's the truth. We're comparing,
Oh,
but even her appearance, when you look clean, when you have a clean
oh.
look or somebody looks clean, you look at Carrie Washington and you go, wow, she's beautiful. She looks fresh. Her skin looks beautiful. You feel like you want to reach out and eat her. She's like a chocolate, like a
She
beautiful.
looks like she's glowing.
Exactly. Meghan Markle,
Don't say that.
her skin looks all wrinkled, all jaded. And I
Yeah.
mean, and I have another picture with Tyler Perry and Oprah inside. Do you know why Oprah didn't walk the red carpet?
Yeah, why didn't she? We didn't see
She
her.
She
didn't
had
want to run into
toe
Meghan Markle.
problems.
She didn't want to run into Meghan Markle or have that be part of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
So
I'm
then
sharing a picture
what's
of Prince
going on
William
with what
and
is going on with that then? Because
Well,
they're isolating themselves from everybody in Hollywood by the sounds of
did it
things.
seem
They've
like
got no
Yep.
one to reach out to at all. They're literally a one-man band now. Even they're working separately because she feels that Harry's holding her back.
she
Yeah, of
does,
course.
which is weird. He is the one that made her famous. Um, it's
No,
weird.
no. She was always famous, Lady Letitia.
No, she wasn't famous. I didn't know who the hell she was. Like who suits? Who you know? She became world renowned when she married
Yeah,
Harry.
of course,
But
but she's delusional.
We all had high
yeah,
hopes for
Mhm.
Meghan
I'm
here. We really did
did you
because
share
at the
this picture?
beginning,
Can you share this picture of Prince William with George?
of course.
Oh,
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Very
oh,
sweet.
so cute.
So adorable.
Aren't they?
He's growing
Aren't
up
they?
very quickly.
Yes, he's gonna be so
Oh,
handsome.
He's almost as
Yeah.
tall as Princess Catherine.
Oh, that's so cute. He's 12 or something, right? Good for
Yeah.
him.
so
And I'm
how
gonna
do
show
you
you a video.
guys?
I'll show you a
How
video
do
that
you
you guys are gonna
guys?
listen to it.
How do you guys
Mm.
feel about the donation to the Biden's daughter for the wellness?
Before we
what
get
do
into
you
that,
make of that?
before
Okay.
we
That
go on
is
the
so
page, let's
funny.
do this,
Huh?
guys, because let's do this one because you guys are gonna love this video.
Mhm.
I'm
But
gonna
that's what I
show you
want to
this.
say. Do you think Tyler Perry was like a little like not feeling her?
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna show
Eh?
you.
Hello.
Hello.
That's what I'm gonna show you. That's what I'm gonna show you right now.
Ready? Then my sister turned up.
Yay!
And I was
I'm
like,
gonna go get wine.
no,
I'm gonna
8
get wine.
o'clock.
I'm gonna go get
Me
wine.
too. I'm gonna get some wine too.
Oh,
Wait,
you
listen.
winos, you alkies.
I
Come on.
I'm gonna
agree.
show you
I
this video.
agree.
I'm gonna show you this video because this is not shown pretty much
He
anywhere.
did. Tyler Perry looked like he was
I'm gonna show you this
really.
video. This video, Tyler Perry
Yeah.
had finished with Meghan Markle,
He
right?
was done.
Yeah, he's done. And there's a lady in a red
Mhm.
dress that's coming, and he wants just to be with her in the red dress. Well, not
Mhm.
according to Meghan Markle. Look. You can see here that Tyler Perry was done with Meghan Markle. And look at her. She's telling the woman, come here. And
Yeah.
and look at Meghan's face when it does. She's not smiling. But yet she goes. Look at her face. She's like, goes. And now she's telling the woman, look at her face. She's clearly angry. She has to stand with the other woman because actually Tyler Perry was done with her. But she
was
kept
done.
insisting on staying
Wait.
on and not let Tyler Perry get a picture with the woman in red.
Have you
But I
seen
mean,
this,
you can
Maggie?
see, wait. She's not happy. Now Tyler Perry's done and just leaves her there. And she's clapping.
I'm off.
She's clapping. Look how he leaves her. Look how he leaves her. She's
she
not
claps
happy.
hands.
Now Tyler Perry's done and just leaves her there. He ushers the woman in red and he just leaves her there.
Oh, that's
She's
really
so
sad.
embarrassed.
And
That's
she's like
so
clapping
embarrassing.
hands. And she's like clapping hands. Oh my God, the pictures are done.
It's like he's saying to the other woman, please take me with you. Please.
I
just
agree
get
with
me
you,
Yeah.
away."
Christine.
But he just left her. He turned his back. He went with
He
the
turned
ones
his
that he
back.
said.
Because it's too
You know,
much.
she wanted all his attention, didn't she?
Yeah.
But what is she doing? Clapping is like.
Oh, well, she's
somebody-
probably trying to cover up the embarrassment of him walking off, and that's probably the best way to do it.
I think
Um,
she thinks she looks cute. You know, like one of those shoujo heroine girl. That's like, yay, kitty
I mean,
girl.
I've heard that she's quite.
I
she's
agree,
quite,
Maggie. She does
quite a
look like
difficult
that.
person to get on with.
Exactly.
So
She's
I
quite
think if
well.
she's, yeah, go on. Sorry, go on, Tina.
No, I was saying what were you saying, Vic? That's what I was saying.
Oh, I've just heard that she's not a very easy person to get on with, and she's quite demanding, quite rude. So she's probably got a quite a bad reputation amongst the celebrities out there, and it will show on on these red carpet events and when you see them interacting. What was you going to say, Tina?
No, I just couldn't hear what you were saying. But
Oh.
they say, don't they, once they've done that piece in the Hollywood Reporter, that was it pretty much. It was done because none of the celebrities would want to be sort of mingling or be seen with her because did you see the footage of inside the event of her and Carrie Washington sort of clapping and dancing?
Well, Carrie Washington was dancing, not her. And then she saw Carrie Washington, so she had to.
Exactly.
And then
it was Sophia. She was mirroring like Carrie Washington. Because Carrie Washington, because Carrie Washington is the type of actress she would have liked to be. I bet she would have loved to have Scandal as a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah,
Suits is like the Timu version of Carrie Washington as a professional woman, you know, and a TV show. That's what she always wanted. She's always copying like Carrie Washington. Yes.
Maggie, did you know her before? Did you know she was on Suits when she met Harry? Okay.
Yes. I knew of Meghan Markle way before. I have family in the Sussex Squad, which is why I know that they watch everyone's video and that when they have pictures of the people that they don't like on YouTube to go and.
Well, I bet your family is upset with you, Maggie.
Yes.
Well, blow me down. This is crazy.
Wow.
So why are you going up against your family institution, Maggie? Will you not get taken down at all?
Because when I talk about Meghan, I explain to my black family who is so pro-black that Meghan Markle is a racist. Okay? So I'm like, what are you doing supporting a woman that act as if we don't look alike and we have nothing in common? Like, what's the point? She's a self-hating black woman. What the hell are you talking about? So that's how I dismiss them. They want to play the black card with me, say that I should have loyalty to Meghan Markle because she is a black woman, when all her life she did everything in her power to be the whitest woman she could be. Why?
And can I ask then, if she got Nigerian roots?
CSG is saying you have to do a better job, I imagine, at educating them about her. The thing is, they're so busy being racist toward the royal family that they don't see reason. They're busy being like, Lady Latin, like, there is like that especially black, we're supposed to be all together against the whites, you know? So whatever I say, they basically are just saying that, oh, but well, Maggie, you're pro-white, you're pro the royal family. And I'm just like, oh, like, it's not because they're white that they cannot suffer. Like, it's craziness. So for me, I just want to defend anyone that has like injustice towards them, which is the case with the royal family. Doesn't matter that they are white.
And it's about standing with what's
right. Good point.
Yeah, so my family is being ridiculous because if a white person was acting this way toward a black person, we will be crying racism in the street. But we can do that to a white family because they're white. This is racism also.
Really good point. Good point.
Respect to you, Maggie. Respect to that.
It's
Yeah,
okay. It just
not
makes it so that I have less gift on Christmas.
Oh,
Do you know what though? I've never understood that because I put content up, obviously, about Harry and Meghan and speaking truth. I would never feel like I need to go and attack someone who supports them or stands with them because that's their own perception of it. I don't, you know, I'm
Exactly.
just saying my bit and that's it. But it seems like a lot of the Sussex squads are doing this whole trying to shut the people down and
Oh
go
yes.
for them. And you know, to me, when someone needs to overshout, that means they know they've got not a lot to back themselves, you know?
Yes. You're right. Because I don't know if Lady Letitia receives that too, like on Twitter or even under our YouTube video. They're gonna say that we're a race traitor or that,
yes,
Uncle Tom and everything, because
I
we're
get it.
supposed to be fighting against the white.
Yeah, like how are
It's
you
so
gonna
weird.
not support the sister? How are you not gonna support her because she's black? It's interesting. It really is.
in this
They
day
do.
and age, we should really just be judging each other based on our morals and our who we are as a person, rather than
Exactly.
that's kind
Exactly.
of really doesn't matter where you're from. You could be an alien.
And that's
Exactly.
why
If yeah, Tina, go.
I just saying, and that's why a year and a half ago you'd found me like ranting on about Amber Heard. It don't matter about skin color. It's about someone doing wrong and using labels to propel themselves, where actually it damages the people that suffer from racism, domestic abuse. It's about calling out a
Exactly.
wrong and someone just being a nasty twat. You know?
Yes. Yep.
Exactly.
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 100%.
So people that were like, with the Amber Heard situation, Christopher Boozy even tried to associate the race card to Amber
Yeah.
Heard.
Yeah.
Like he was being like, if they do that to a white woman, what are they gonna do to black women? And you're just like, what are you talking about? Like they try to use so many label as a way to defend actual abuser, as if an abuser has a gender, a color. Like it's so ridiculous.
But the thing is, it's overplayed, isn't it? All these labels, because as we see in the world we live in today, even with politics, they dilute any label, they damage it, and that's the travesty of it all.
Exactly. Like running or trying to act as if the only value that you bring is literally your gender or your color is extremely creepy.
Yes.
Like that's what I believe.
The media want us to be divided, and that's what they want. They and the government want us to be divided because if we're quarreling amongst ourselves about race and culture, we're forgetting the big points and the big picture, and we're not actually focusing on what they're doing to us and oppressing us. But we're going way off topic.
Sorry.
Oh, that's
When
fine.
people,
But
I'm
Paula
gonna say
has
something.
shared
When
a picture.
people say that, oh, you're not beautiful, you cannot talk about another woman. Does that mean that only Angelina Jolie can criticize somebody else? I mean, that's really
is that?
That's a weird argument.
Or you're not black, you can. A lot of people, when I started criticizing Meghan Markle, I was so relieved when I found out that she claims to be black now, because she had Latino all over the place. Oh, people say I'm Latino or Italian, and I'm like, shit. But then when I saw, oh, she's black, 43% Nigerian to be precise. I mean, and this is what drives me insane, that the press know that she's blatantly lying. And they still go on. This is the gaslighting I was talking to you guys about. And it starts with the most superficial things. It's just like when Harry says that he wants to censor YouTubers or all social media, and he uses, but children is because the kids, when it is really that he hates us criticizing him. It's like
That's it.
He
It
wrote
is.
there. That, I look at William, I can barely recognize his famous features that look like my mama gone balding. I mean, they go deep into body shaming his brother. And then when what's his name asked him, Anderson Cooper asked him point blank, why did you write about that? That sounds very mean. And you can see the smirk, because this is photoshopping hair onto himself. It's like, It's like, but these are the little things, guys, and they start gaslighting you with little things.
Yeah.
So they condition you. Okay, you believe, oh yeah, Harry has a head full of hair. You start with no. We start with something that's stupid.
Mhm.
And if you accept it and you don't question it, then they escalate. You know that, Tina. Tina and
Yeah.
I have gone through abusive people. And they start with
What?
stuff. Yes, of course. That's how we hooked up. I follow Tina on TikTok. She's my hero. So, for example, like an abusive person, they will start with words. And they will start with small words, and then they will escalate, because if you don't push back, it only escalates. And then they start with a little push, and then they shove you harder because there was no pushback. Then the little smack comes, and then the bigger smacks come, because everything escalates. And it's the same thing with conditioning. People want to sell us that Harry's an amazing Harry, guys. Okay, this is so stupid, but it is happening. Harry is one of the 25 most sexy men in the United States of America right
He
now.
what?
He wasn't that late.
I saw that. I saw that. Embarrassing.
What sort of men do they have in America?
He beat. Let
I
me tell you who
know.
he was up against, and he was more good looking than really
It was
good looking
weird.
actors. We're
Exactly.
talking.
It was
We're
weird.
talking
It
about
was really
the guy that
weird.
does Captain America.
Yeah, it was really weird. Wow. I don't know how much they paid.
Chris Pratt, he's better look. Ryan Gosling, he's
Is
better
this
looking.
recent?
Ryan Gosling, he's better looking than Ryan Reynolds. He beat
Oh
them,
no.
but they
I
start
don't,
like
I
that.
don't,
They start
I
like
mean,
that.
somebody's just written up some rubbish. I think you can't. No,
What?
when they say they've done a popular poll and they've done this thing and they've got everybody's
Yes.
opinions, nobody's ever asked me anything. I've never
Me
never stood at
either.
my door and gone, "What do you think of this?" I'm never involved in a poll, so
But
these
Tina,
who
when
are
you
in
look
these
at
I'm
polls?
this is
never
in the United
involved.
States. This is in the United States. But this is when it comes to gaslighting, Tina. Would you look at Harry? And you're not being hateful or anything. We're not saying, oh,
Mhm.
but would you think that
Be-
Harry is one of the
Before
top?
Megan, I would
No,
have looked at
no,
him.
I'm sorry, no. Harry has always been ugly. You know, like when you look at Harry, you would think that he's the 21 of the, he's the top 25 best looking men in the United States of
Do
America.
you know
That he's
what?
better
Growing
looking
up in
than
the
Ryan
this?
Gosling.
growing up in the
No.
UK, obviously the Prince value, William and Harry
Right.
were like this not pillar,
Bachelors.
but
Yes.
they were eligible bachelors. So girls would
Yes.
fancy them. Obviously, William took the lead with a blonde, luscious sort
Yes.
of locks.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
that
Yes.
was the case. But even if Harry stood in front of me and he looked like Channing Tatum, but I've seen the actions and behaviours and the lengths he will go to destroy his family. There's no handsome or nice or
Amen,
attractive
sister.
about that. And it's just the
Amen.
reality that he is,
There you go. You're only
I
attractive
don't
by
do
what
the
you
whole,
radiate.
I'd rather speak on what he's actually capable of doing, what
Yes.
we've seen.
And let's
But
talk
years
about
ago,
his.
people did fancy William and Harry. Didn't they have like
Yeah.
a bachelor program or like a prince marrying
And
prince where they
they're
had a lookalike to Harry?
and Harry and William are tall. Okay, let's not act woman as if it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
But
then
like,
He's
what
more
would
than
Harry and
6
Meghan
feet.
have done?
Yeah,
Harry used to be an eligible bachelor. He used to be
because he's a prince.
sexy.
He's
He
a
used to
prince.
have it going on.
Like Lady Leticia, if he had been a mechanic flipping burgers without a title, Megan wouldn't have looked at him. He's actually
She's got
ugly.
a
His
point.
voice is
She has
annoying
got
as
a
You know,
hell.
I wouldn't have either.
So let's move on.
The reason why I'm talking about this, guys, is because of the gaslighting. It's like when the press
get
at
it.
the beginning with Meghan Markle was saying she's
Yeah.
an A-list Hollywood actress. She's incredibly talented. She's a multimillionaire. She's a humanitarian. Those were the headlines in the United Kingdom. Oh my God. Even Harry came out and said, I can't believe I got a woman like that.
Yeah.
That was the gaslighting. And this is why I lost my channel to begin with when I did that video. I said, I went online looking for the multimillionaire Hollywood A-lister humanitarian named Rachel Meghan Markle. And all I got is a girl in suits who sporadically appears. Do I have the wrong one? That was my question. You should have seen the amount of hatred. You racist cow. Your age is just because I asked, because the woman that they were describing, the press, did not match the woman that I found online on my regular searches. So I said, do I have the wrong Rachel Meghan Markle? She's not A-list. She was never an A-list Hollywood actress. She was never a self-made multimillionaire. She was never a humanitarian. The only thing she did was in Rwanda, and that's because she was preparing the way for Harry, and it was a gig to her.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
gaslighting for me was Tom Bradbury when Harry sat down with him opposite him on that chair. And I remember doing a post after because I was so in watching the way he sort of navigated that conversation and took control of that whole interview as he completely gaslit the world to say, you didn't see us saying that on Oprah. Did Meghan say that? And he then started interviewing Tom Bradbury and gaslighting him and us. And I was like, wow, if you've been gaslit that much by your wife, you think it's okay to just do to the world on the main stage, and we're not going to see, you know? And the reality is, obviously I do the aftermath. That's loads of survivors. People have been through abuse. They know people that behave this way, and they see what is going on here. They react. If they find Meghan Markle very triggering in the way she drags him about, he is, you know, the thing is with Harry, I think the people would just hoped that one day he'd see the light, but seeing him sat back out on a stage again, trying to woe poor me, I just think the reality is people's got to accept that he doesn't care. He is happy in Montecito with his wife by his side, and he's happy with what he's done. That's what I'm taking from this.
I don't think he is happy anymore, Tina. Tina, I don't think he's happy anymore. I think he's miserable. I think since that interview that he had with the online bullying, with the bizarre campaign that they're, you know, funding, whatever they gave them, he looked like he wanted to be shot. I mean, he really did not look happy. I have never seen a man so miserable next to his wife.
I see. The thing is, I
have. That's a lie. I have seen them. Yeah.
He's just not happy that he's not got the whole world supporting and applauding him. I think that's what he's angry and bitter about, because I just don't. You know, I can't with it.
What about
Tina, let me tell you something. When I finally got divorced, I was so happy. I was so happy. I mean, I was so happy. It took me forever, but I was really happy. When in my life, I didn't even want to look at my ex. I don't care except for the fact that he wasn't happy. I divorced him. So he made my life a living hell for the next 8 years. We're still going on in 10, right? So I spent the next 9-10 years fighting him on legal battles and everything. 3 murder attempts and stuff like that, because he didn't want to go. But I was happy. Harry does not look like a happy man. A man who's happy smiles. He's on that podium, and I'm going to show you something because I'm actually doing a video about this. He's sitting there all snickering, all upset. Oh, I'm you know, and the guy asked him in the Reason New York thing, he said, well, you know, it was very nosy, the person that we heard that you guys had divorce and stuff like that. And he didn't say, I love my wife, we're in love. Not one time did he say, I love. Oh yeah, the people are having us always getting divorced, all these divorce rumors, but you know, the press is always printing something. It reminds me something that Princess Diana said. You guys are too young probably to remember this because I'm an old woman. And there was a time, there was headlines. The headlines were Princess Diana and Prince Charles have been like 80, 90 or some days apart. The press was actually counting how many days they'd been apart. And I remember that they did one book about one event that Charles came and then he went back to Sandringham because but Princess Diana stayed and worked the whole summer. So they said 80 days without seeing, they were counting the days. And when they asked Princess Diana about it, she said exactly what Harry said, almost to the letter. She says, well, the press have us divorced all the time, you know, but she didn't say that's not true. We are in love. He didn't use the
Yeah.
word.
He did not. Can I speak on that? Because
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought that was telling that he did not
Yeah.
come out and say, we're so in love, we are doing our thing, or no. He all he had to say was, no, we're not getting a divorce. He never said no.
Mm.
He never answered the question. He talked about everything else but their relationship.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
he didn't say no.
Yeah.
What do you guys
I
think about him not saying no?
I
That is
don't know
true.
if that is too relevant, because sometimes people do laugh off the situations with humour, and
But it
I
didn't
don't think over
No,
explaining.
I
Yeah,
think I think it's relevant because they have
me
been
too.
so weird. They have been so weird for a while. If it was only that moment, then that moment wouldn't mean anything. But with everything happening before that, it's just weird.
Yeah.
What is
It's
that
Yeah.
weird
strange noise?
because if it was me and I was his wife, I would be like, why didn't you just say we're together? Why did you evade the
Yeah,
question?
yeah. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could be right there. That unsaid words sometimes are louder than anything else. So possibly that is the case. I mean, because they're on different work ventures now, and she thinks
Yeah.
she can do better solo, that does cause concern, because I think that they were always going to come up as a team, and they were a brand as a team, and now they're going their separate ways. It doesn't feel like they're a strong
Mhm.
unit anymore like they used
I
to be.
don't.
No. And
I don't
I think
think.
they're more
I
than
don't think.
professionally
I don't think
separated.
they're. Yeah, I don't think they're. Meghan is the one who chose to separate themselves, like in the business level. I think it's Harry.
Really.
You do? I
Oh
think it's
yes.
Meghan, because Meghan thinks that
No.
Harry is not smart enough or good enough to be in Hollywood. But she failed to realize that Hollywood wants to see Harry. They don't want to see her.
Yeah.
But all the thing now that he's going at so many events. That's why she feels the need to announce that she goes to Tyler Perry's thing, because business wise, Meghan has nothing. But
Yeah.
when you look at the basically what is, there's a baby,
Sorry.
right?
Sorry.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
your
Ah, the little
I was
lady
hearing a
Letitia.
phantom baby then. I thought, I've lost my mind. I don't know
Oh
what's
shit!
going
Exactly.
on.
But I can't drink. My cancer thing has been gone for a while. Let me go get a beer. Let me go get. I can drink now. I forgot about
So,
it.
how do you guys feel about Harry's behaviour at this book launch? Is what I really wanted to get into, is the behaviour of Harry. And if anybody can relay what he did at that book launch.
Why? Because why do you feel so much about that book launch?
Well, no, what happened at the book launch? I just want to know what happened, because
Oh, you
apparently,
don't know? Okay.
no, his behaviour was really bad. I've been trying to find the some information on that, and I can't seem to find anything on it. So
What behaviour? The interview.
What did he
no,
do?
so he apparently he did something at the New York book launch. He was at a book was it a book launch? Hold on a second.
Mhm.
Let me have a little look.
I know he went to New York, and it was that when he was on the stage, and he was very passive aggressive. It was almost like entitled in the way he spoke. He angry still, he's not let go. He's like not changed or found growth in the last 6 years. It's just like we're
Yeah.
still stuck at day one with Oprah, watching him on a stage at this book launch. It's crazy,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, no idea what you're talking about, Victoria.
Oh, well, I mean,
Sorry.
yeah, maybe I've got that confused with something, but apparently he was quite rude to somebody.
Because I think there is a lot of meeting now that where he's always rude.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that Harry now, and the name of looking authentic, is looking like a hero.
Well, the thing is, he's been around Meghan Markle for so long now, so her behaviours would rub off on him. Also, I don't see how you can have and create such a negative backlash, because they have created that. They chose to share all this to us. We're just the customer watching and giving our reviews back to it. And how can you not be paranoid and defensive? Because no matter what's said to him, he don't know who to trust. He don't know what people actually really think of him. So he's going to react in this way. So either way, it's going to bring him down, like in the way he behaves. I believe. I don't believe how you can just go through life all happy, peace, and calm when you've created this with your name.
Now there is other information that the reason behind Barry Harry's behaviour, Harry, is because he could have PTSD from working and serving for the country.
Give me a break.
Harry did not see one day of combat.
He's showing former traits in the Duke's demeanour.
No. Let's back up the train. That's another lie. And this is where I go about gaslighting.
Well,
the gaslighting starts when people say, "Oh, we have to pay respect because he's a veteran."
Yeah,
he's not a veteran. He was put in the army because of his behavior. This man never saw one day in combat. This is a man who, if he had been put through the paces like everybody else, he would have failed, because we know now, thanks to Spare, that he was high on drugs most of the time. I do live with Matt the Angry Bootneck, who is a veteran. He's a Royal Marine. And he said that every month they would get at least 4 or 5 random drug tests. Harry never took a drug test. This man, the only reason why, and you know how he passed his test to become like a lieutenant or something like that? Because his aide helped him. Because he failed them the first 2 times. He is not an Apache pilot. He is what it's called an Apache commander. He's a gunner. He cannot fly the helicopter. This is why you never see him flying. He's always going in front. But this is where I talk about the gaslighting. And it starts with small things that people, and they say like, oh no, she's 43% Nigerian. And the press prints. I kid you not. She's the most beautiful woman on earth. She's the most fashionable person on earth. She's a fashion icon that she sells clothes instantly because of his style. And then we see this woman does red carpets looking like a mess, looking cheap, tacky. I mean, how can anybody? And this is what drives me insane. And this is why I started my channel, guys, because I thought, am I going insane? This woman is not an A-lister. This woman is not smart. This woman is not even talented. This woman is not a multimillionaire. This woman is not a humanitarian. This woman only has her mother for the wedding. That's a big red flag.
Yeah. The only PTSD that Harry could ever have is about his mommy. That's the only PTSD he can have.
That's just something that I've had a little deep dive into, and there's a few of his ex colleagues that are saying that he could have PTSD, and I'm not agreeing with it, but that could.
I agree.
Reason for it.
I think he has PTSD. Like, I think it's pretty obvious. That's why he is so hypersensitive and he's so triggered. He looks like someone that doesn't know that when he's being triggered, it's not the reality of what is happening. Because when you're triggered, you're just hypersensitive to everything. But him, he thinks it's just normal to feel like that. He has clearly PTSD. But the thing is, he doesn't have PTSD from being in the army. He has PTSD from mommy. Like, it's always about mommy.
I don't even think so. I think by now, he's losing his mother. I don't think so, because from what people have said. No, let me tell you why. Because I remember, I don't know if you guys are so young, all of you. There was a time when Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, she used to have a PR agency.
Okay.
And when she actually wanted to remain a working royal. Do you guys remember this? And they did the same thing that they did to Fergie, which is somebody posed as a person who wanted to hire her for the PR firm and stuff like that, right? So they had a meeting with her, and then she was talking. They started talking family, and they said about Harry, and they were talking about William and Harry. They were young. This is way back. This is about 2 years after the death of Princess Diana. And it was a big scandal because Sophie, who's a very sensible person, said that William was a lovely boy, but that Harry was a spoiled brat who was using Princess Diana's death to get away with everything, that he was insufferable, that he was...
Sophie would have said that when Harry was... How old?
He was like 13, 14 years old.
You really believe that she would say something like that?
She apologized. This wasn't the public domain. She apologized. She said that
Old,
William.
don't say that. Oh,
No,
Jesus.
because I don't know. They tricked her. They tricked her. Some of you in the chat, you remember that, right? And they said redhead 420. You worked at Sophie at the agency. That's why it was such a huge scandal. She made a public apology,
My
and
God.
this is when she stopped working. But she said that she couldn't stand Harry because she said that he was a
That's
nasty
sad.
little boy, that he was a bully. That's when the stories came about, because she said that he used to drive his bike into the knees of the bodyguards and stuff like that, right? That he used to, that, he said that the worst thing that could have happened to Harry was Princess Diana dying, because he used it for everything, that nobody could say anything to him because he would say, oh, my mommy. So he's been using.
Jacqueline, you're getting on my last nerve. Okay,
What's
I
going
get
on?
it. Because she's always like, it's sad that Paula has to cover old ground. We're having a
No, I
discussion.
just think it solidifies our opinions, and I think sometimes we need to go back
Exactly.
to it.
We're
But what I was going to
discussing.
say,
Okay.
it was a book
Eh?
conference. It was a book conference that he was rude to the reporter. It was the one in New York where recently. This I think I got it wrong. It wasn't a launch. It was a conference. But he was rude to the reporter, and I just want to know exactly what he said. Do you know that, Paula?
Which one? Oh, that he said that about what? The one that he was just now. This is in New York.
Yeah.
The only reason he went there is because he got paid. This is also from the books, because he's publishing books. This is the house that's publishing books. So he was there snickering like he was too good for them. And the guy's asking, there's so many headlines about you and Meghan divorcing, this is why we're as he goes, well, yeah, they got us divorcing like 10 times.
They questioned his divorce. Yeah.
His whole demeanor was like, what am I doing here? I'm too good for this,
Okay,
and he's getting
right.
paid for that.
And you should know,
Okay.
you were saying some,
And
you
you
should
know
know
what?
if you have me on here, you're going to get loads of hate now because you've had me on here. And
because you know what he said? You know what he said?
Oh.
You know what he said? And this is something that we should be alert about. He said he's not going to stop suing the Sun, the newspaper. He said right now, of the 1,300 people that were left, that were suing, only 2 are left. He's one of them. Okay. And then he said that even if he wins, but if the judge awards them 1 penny less than what the settlement offer was, he would have to cover both parties' legal fees. Right now, and he says, but I don't care because I can afford it. You know how much is right now the legal fees? 38 million pounds. That's almost $45 million. And this is just to now. So where is this man getting all this money? Because he's not there like a big shot man, because they said, why don't you settle? This is not about settling. I'm not, because I'm one of the few I can do this. Like saying
Very
I'm
arrogant. Isn't it? He has like an arrogantness to him.
Wasn't there like
I didn't know that at first.
Wasn't there like over 100 claimants in this case, and now they've all dropped out or settled out of court, and it's now down to 2 people? And Harry was like, but they couldn't carry on, and it's like, well, they were like Hugh Grant and stuff. He could have carried on Hugh Grant.
Exactly.
Most people can see when they're onto a loser, but obviously Harry has got a point to prove, and I genuinely believe we all know that the security is not the issue. I just think it's like justification for their behavior. They need a win to sort of be like, this is why we've done all of this. It's almost like that. It's also that IPP status that they want as well. But I do think an element of it is justification for everything they've done. And I feel like he feels like if he gets that win, Meghan will allow his kids to meet the family. He believes because I don't believe she's ever going to come back, even if they get the security. But it is just a level of justification to say, this is why we did this, and my family didn't support me in doing this. What? And this is why
exactly. Because I feel that Harry doesn't understand that when he's triggered, he's basically just saying like, I don't care what anyone else feel. I don't care what anyone else think. I will go until the end because I am right. His trigger, he thinks he's right. He's so weird. He hates the press because he actually believes that they had something to do with mommy.
I think
it's
he's
always
still
about
trying
mommy.
I think he's still trying to prove something to Meghan, that he has
Mm.
power and that he has this influence and that we're going to win this. But I like how you put they need a win because they haven't had a win in forever.
No.
Mm.
And this
Well,
is
I,
why
I
I
have
think
I have the
Harry.
article here about Sophie. I have the article
Mm.
here. There was this guy who used to disguise himself as a fake sheik. You know, that's the same guy who got Fergie. You know
yeah.
that Fergie was and
Isn't that something that got Talisa had the same thing, didn't she? There's another lady that
Yes,
had
Talisa got.
yeah. She's a N Dubs. Is that was he a sheikh? I
Mhm.
can't remember.
yeah,
Something like
and
that.
I
It
mean,
was
I'll
it.
tell you,
Yeah.
this was in 2001. So she said that Harry was a brat, that he was a brat who used his mother's death to get out of anything, that nobody punished him, whereas William was the more sensible one. She also said, because don't forget, this is 2001, when Charles had said that he wasn't going to marry Camilla, that, remember that everything was very touchy at the time about Camilla and Charles, right? And this
Yeah.
is in 2001. And she says, the article also claimed that because they recorded her, claimed that
Where's the article?
I'm reading it right now. I'll send it to you guys. The articles also claimed that King Charles and then Camilla Parker Bowles would marry. She said that they would marry, a matter that was highly contentious at the time. And at the time, because Sophie allegedly saying that the country would not like it if Camilla were to become queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
queen.
Well, I've heard also that a lot of people are turning away from Harry because what he's doing is he constantly moans about his family. That's his main topic of conversation, and he's living in in the past. He's just it's like
Yeah.
Groundhog Day,
That is true.
continuously playing a victim. And he's basically put himself in his own mental health. He's
But
put
isn't
himself in a
that
state of
PTSD?
depression.
But
No, he
isn't
was
that
a brat.
PTSD?
He was a
Because
brat.
PTSD, you get coming back. I really feel, because I know Paula doesn't believe that he has PTSD, but I think the death of his mom actually did give him PTSD, and I think that he actually believes that something happened to his mom, and he's trying to avenge his mom with Meghan. Meghan is basically the
Sorry,
representative
but
of
That
this is a
Diana
man.
on
This
earth.
is a man who's going. He hates the press, and yet he's now in the
Mhm.
business of getting pictures taken. Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
Every click of the camera makes my blood boil. And this is a man now who's calling back grid with a woman with a skank that is calling back grid everywhere. This is a man who fled the United Kingdom because of the horrible press and went to California and doing the rounds with Stephen Colbert, trashing everybody, his whole family with lies. You
Yeah.
know what I think the people, at least for me, I don't know about you guys, but for
Mhm.
me, I wouldn't have minded if he disclosed truths about himself. Something, like
Right.
something but that he
Exactly.
lied. What he did is like bombshells. There would have been bombshells if they were true. But instead of people calling them bombshells, he went on worldwide platforms, knowing that because his family is the British royal family, that he has an automatic platform, right? And
Right.
much higher reach. He went on worldwide platforms,
So
lying
you
through
don't you
his teeth.
think but I do you believe that he knows that he's lying? Do you think that he was not
Absolutely,
manipulated to a 10
absolutely.
point?
No,
I feel that
absolutely.
okay, I feel that Harry is someone that is not only someone that is deeply stupid and
No,
deeply
he knows the
entitled.
difference.
He's lying.
Let me
And
finish.
and I think he got it from Megan. I think that when she stepped in, she kind of
Yeah.
taught him a little bit about lying because he does it so
Mm,
easily. He just does it so
I,
easily.
Meg,
I, thi- I believe Harry's been looked after. We know he's been looked after all his life, the royal family, servants, whatever, how he's always had that someone guiding the
Allegedly.
way. Be here this time, here's a charity. And I think, if you look at Harry's whole life, his mom was this on this pedestal. The Queen was on this
Exactly.
pedestal. Women in his life were the priority and
Yes.
the main attraction. So Meghan stepped in. What does he do? He does what he knows. She's the main attraction. And of course,
Yes.
he's not streetwise, so he doesn't understand someone coming along, a good or a bad. He can't see that because he's been in the shroud of the royal family. Bottom line is, loads of people lose their parent. They do. They have to navigate through, and not with the wealth, but no one can relate to what it is to do what William and Harry had to do and walk behind that coffin up that mount and go and greet the people who were crying for their mom and they were unable to. So the PTSD element, yes, I would say it come from that. And it's sad, actually, that the only person who could actually relate or knows what it is to be Harry is the person Harry has damaged so much. And that's the travesty in all of this. You know, William is the only person in the world. These two boys are the only people who had Diana and lost Diana and had to go through that. And, you know, I can give the PTSD, the aftermath, and for me, getting out of that abuse of growing up as a child, I couldn't imagine having someone come along and just play with me like we've got to do with him, isolate me away, segregate away. And it's
but that's what narcissists do, no? They isolate you, they take you, they twist your head, they make you believe that wrong is right and right is wrong. Because when you look at Harry and you listen to Harry, you can feel that all the manipulation that were taking place. And I'm not excusing him. I think Harry is worse than Meghan in a lot of way.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I am still impartial enough to see that this is a traumatized man that actually believe that him being traumatized is the responsibility of the entire world.
Yes.
Like, that's instead true. Of dealing, he puts the weight on everyone because he complains about it and whines about it, and then now it becomes like you said, the weight on us. About
we're watching a man throw a worldwide tantrum because he heard the word no.
That's not true. That's not true, Paula.
That is not PTSD. I have dealt with people with real PTSD. This is a man.
I have PTSD. I recognize PTSD. So let's not be there. I've dealt or I see because
Okay. This is a man. This is a man who barely remembers his mother. He was 13 or 11 or whatever. He barely remembers Diana. He was not that close to her. He was already spending large parts of his time away from her because he was away. But it's his mother. Fine. William lost his mother too. Okay. That is a different story. He has gone.
Are you asking people?
I'm just going to say something. Finish my thing and then I'll shut up. This is a man who does not have PTSD because this man, somebody with PTSD, you have accountability. This is a man who sits on a stage and then blames everybody else for whatever his decisions or poor choices.
That is PTSD. It left you as a child. Do you see when people are triggered, how childish they are, how much they come? That is why I'm saying that this is a man that is clearly perpetually triggered and doesn't have the emotional intelligence to take a back off.
I think
that's what I look at him.
I just want to talk to Tina about this. I don't know if you know this, Naji. Tina had a horrible childhood.
Do you want to hear about my childhood, Paula? Do you want to hear about my childhood, Paula?
I don't know. But I'm trying to tell you something. Harry,
we have horrible childhood.
Harry's an entitled, arrogant prick who has never heard the word no, who has always had Buckingham Palace clean up his image, who was incredibly racist when he was in the thing in the army. When the videos leaked, and the reason the videos leaked was because his racism was so out of hand that they decided we're going to leak one of the least bad videos of his racism. Maybe they'll stop him. So he's the only one who has been sent to a seminar.
I'm not saying that he's a good person.
No.
I'm saying that he has PTSD.
This is you know
The
what?
fact
A
that
lot of
he's
people use
racist doesn't
PTSD.
change the fact that he has PTSD.
People use PTSD as a get out of jail card. I know a lot of assholes who do it.
No.
I know a lot. He's using it as
I
that.
mean,
This is an
let's just make
attack on
this
his
let's
family.
let's just make this very clear. He's not said he's got PTSD. People that
He
know him and
has.
that have worked with him have said that he could possibly have it as he's showing traits of PTSD.
Do you
But
think
my
Gabor
point,
though? Gabor, when he, you know, and this is the thing, this is the when he done that Gabor interview sort of session and cashed it in and framed it as support for the people looking on. For me, if I was, and that was my husband, there's no way I would let his, you know, most vulnerable moments be played out. PTSD, the aftermath. I speak about the aftermath, and now I've sort of found a way, and I'll speak about it, and I get rid of that shame, that blame, that anger, that hate. But for a long time, I was stuck in it, feeling like everyone was responsible for me. And it got to the point where
yes. That's how it feels. That's how it feels.
So,
You're right.
I was angry. I was bitter. I was revengeful. You know, and I can imagine having what he's got. To be able to throw
we do go through this phases of being very self-involved and really looking inwards and not actually looking to blame everyone, but not actually do the inner work. So I think
broken people are not nice. Broken people are not nice.
He's stuck in a cycle of being a victim, and until he tries to grow out of that, his attitude and behavior won't change.
But why would he grow out of it?
Like the world owes him something. That is the problem.
I think Meghan.
Why would he grow out of it? Why would he grow out of it when it's working for him and it helps him avoid any responsibility? But if you look at his background, all his life,
that's true.
Everybody has cleaned up after him. People to this day are saying, "Oh, but Prince Harry was this amazing prince." No,
that
was the image that Buckingham Palace did. The PR spin machine that they were on overtime. Harry's used to having everybody clean up his shit. And now
what I don't understand from your point of view is why the fact that he's entitled remove the PTSD.
No, I'm not saying that he removes it. I'm saying that
because for me, I'm like he put entitled. He can be the worst. He can be everything and still have big trauma.
Yeah,
for me, that doesn't negate.
He had PTSD. If he had PTSD, he's had it since he was 13 years of age. He admitted before he met Meghan that he was bitter enough, but then he went to therapy. They did that heads together thing and they were talking and he said, yeah, but now I get it. Now I get it. You know, remember that, Tina, when he did the PTSD, he said in 2014 or something that that they did the heads together, and Catherine and William, they did that interview, and he admitted that for a while he had been bitter, but then he took therapy because William urged him to take therapy, and now he was working through stuff and blah, blah, blah.
And you know what? We were watching him do that, and I solidly believe if he had met someone like Catherine who encouraged him to heal, someone who supported him, didn't isolate and segregate him away. She told him, you're now a man and no longer a spare, and for that I love you. Completely emasculated. He's sharing that to us because he's that oblivious to what she's doing. Like, but if you've got someone coming along who's now going, oh, you're going to let them treat you like that, Harry? So they always go with
exactly.
If there was any healing that was happening, she come along and took a massive sledgehammer and absolutely obliterated.
Oh yes, what about the therapist?
I don't blame Meghan.
Wait a minute. What about the therapist?
Paula, wait,
Remember the therapist? Remember they were on that show and the therapist came on and was diagnosing Harry? What did the therapist say?
I remember him.
What?
Yeah, PTSD minimal, like PTSD, anxiety, probably ADHD. Those are the things that I keep on hearing about him.
Remember the therapist in his book, and he was gonna give out.
But none of the therapists have treated him. None of the therapists in the UK when he was on
Lady Letitia is talking about. Do you remember when he did a panel where he was selling his book also?
Yeah, but this
the
is
conference.
He chose. You know why he chose Gabor Mate, who's Canadian? because he's a big propounder of ayahuasca drug. This is why he had him in that chat, because he wanted Gabor Mate to give credit to him using drugs, because he even discussed what
Oh,
kind of drugs he used. So this is why he specifically showed, and Gabor Mate later said that he regretted doing that interview with him.
he did because he lost a lot. He didn't.
And he admitted he didn't treat him. He was just there. He had just met him.
Mhm.
And that they both did it for the money, because he now regrets that they
Yes.
charged $33 or
Yeah,
50
for the
some
book.
dollars for, no, not only for the book, for the session, because he
Yeah.
was saying, oh, we should have done it for free, and but then I didn't, because if I had, they would have sued me. The lawyer said, so Harry
Yeah.
would have sued his ass. He didn't say Harry, but if he had the deal
He
with
did.
Harry,
Gabor did
Harry
come
would
out
have
and
sued
say
him.
that. Yeah.
It was Megan's
Yeah.
idea to charge. It was Megan's idea to charge.
Just to answer the chat, okay, Leah is saying that we should be talking about also the trauma of African pork, which is why I think that Harry is the worst. Harry is not a good person, but
No.
he's an imperfect victim when we look at the situation with Meghan. I can
I like
recognize
that imperfect
exactly.
victim. I love
I'm
that.
just like,
He is.
he's an imperfect victim, and the situation with Meghan. And yes, clearly, yes, people can say he lost his mother at 11. It was a long time ago. He wasn't that close with her. My cousin lost her father when she was in her 20s, and she never met him, and just the possibility of never having that chance was enough to send her into a spiral. You do not know how someone is going to react to the death of a kid, of a parent. So
Yeah,
for
but we
me,
can't
how
trust
he
Harry
how
either.
I'm gonna finish, and then I swear to you I'm done. so just so that
We're
is
all a
just
bit
to say,
feisty today, aren't we, guys?
because
Great.
mental
Is it a
mental
full
health
moon or
is
something like that?
interesting. I don't.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun conversation. I love
It is.
debating. I
Yeah,
don't understand the point of
but
talking and
Harry
not
is taking
debating.
advantage
No,
of
of
it.
course.
Because
But
people say I'm
I
a
do
bully.
think that
Like, I see the chat,
Harry's
everybody's calling me a bully, you know, like
What are you
everybody's,
saying,
I'm not being a
Victoria?
bully.
Paula is not a bully. Okay, stop it.
no.
Me, Paula,
She's
we
a
all love
passionate
each other.
lady.
We
Do you
are
know what? The thing is with
debating
Paula,
like
right?
human.
This is
Paula,
so good. Victoria, what
Yeah.
were you saying?
even though Paula don't 100% disagree, this is not an echo chamber of the same
Exactly.
people going, yeah, because no.
We're not
but
the
we're able
Sussex
to
squad.
do
It
this.
No.
wouldn't be very
Go back and
interesting
We are
forth.
either
so
if we all
different.
agreed with each
You
other.
know, somebody told me when I was I never took any counseling for reals after I finished everything with my ex, because I don't know, you know, and I had been going, I don't want to cry. No, I'm not
Don't
gonna
cry.
talk about it.
Sorry. I'm
Oh shit.
sorry.
You're
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay,
Okay,
No,
Paula.
no.
oh,
Oh,
bless
No,
it's
her.
sorry.
okay.
No.
Oh my
What I was
God.
gonna to say
But
is the fuck.
Yeah.
I wanted to say the following is that when I was going through a lot, people said to me, when you survive something, Tina, for example, when you survived a lot and you didn't think of doing to other people what they did to you, right?
no.
Because you have a different kind of temperament. Harry wants to
Yeah.
hurt people.
Yeah.
And I saw this saying that evil people, you can tell when somebody's evil because
Sinister.
they want to get in a powerful position to use that power to hurt others, not to build them
Yes,
up. Harry has not said one nice thing since he
Mm.
left the royal family.
not
This is
one.
the man who has not even thanked his privileged position. That, oh, he's complained that he was born in a palace and I had so many servants, I don't know real life, rather than saying, you know what, I know I am privileged. I know
Yeah.
I am privileged.
Yeah.
I know that I have this. This is why Princess Diana
I'm
would
so
say,
sorry, Paula.
no, I
Paula,
was thinking,
he went on the Oprah show. He went on a therapy session. He even said it in a book.
Yeah.
How he's the victim. I'm the victim. And take
but
care of
just
me.
when has he been thankful about the fact that he was born a prince?
Zero.
You know, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
This is where I go about human nature. He found the woman, he chose the woman that matched his dark feelings. Okay. This is why Chelsea David would have never worked with him or for him, or Cressida Bonas. And even Cressida Bonas said that he was a nasty piece of shit. He cheated on Cressida Bonas and Vegas.
He didn't thank them for the wedding. He didn't thank them for the cottage. He didn't thank them for considering to have them half in and half out. He didn't thank them for letting them keep the titles.
There's no gratitude. There's no gratitude.
Anything.
Just entitlement.
Yeah.
You know that I was thinking about that, Tina, because you and I, I was thinking a lot about that. There's zero gratitude. I have kids here at the farm, guys. This is just to tell you the kind of people I deal with every day. I mean, they don't have. I have to find them sheets of zinc, for roof, because right now they have plastic and it hasn't stopped raining. These kids, they come to the school, they are so traumatized, that they're so poor that they don't have time to have first world problems of having PTSD. These children are on the streets asking for money, seeing if they eat something. They don't have the time nor the luxury to say, I have PTSD. They don't curse their fate. They're trying to work, trying to see how they make it, if they get a plate today, Harry, and they're still grateful.
Yeah.
Harry, do you know what it is? When you're born into this.
Are you okay, Paula? Paula, are you okay?
Yeah, I am okay. Don't worry.
Should be all right.
Okay.
When you're
Continue,
born
Tina.
into it, you don't realize how lucky you are because you don't know any different, and so he doesn't know a different life. He would never be able to compare it to a struggle. And remember, the devil makes work for idle thumbs. So someone that hasn't really got to get up and go and grind to make work, they actually lead more of a chaotic life because they are freed. Their time is freedom. They're free to do as and what they please. And this is where addiction comes in. This is where self-sabotage comes in. This is where you live in your own world instead of looking outwards, because you're not really part of the daily struggle. You are very different to the rest of the population. So he does, in his own way, live in a completely different bubble to that of you and I, or us on the panel, because he's not had the same lifestyle.
Paula, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry, Maggie.
But you know what?
Let me give you a little story. My son, because of my work, when we were in Belgium. When we were in Belgium,
Tina was sorry, I cut Tina off earlier. Can you let Tina say something really quickly? So I think I cut her off twice.
I was just saying this is why it's been so conflicting and thought-provoking watching Harry and Meghan do this, because most people have been through abuse. Paula, you're right, most people have got PTSD. The whole idea of being a victim is so far removed because they can't even claim being a victim. The shame that comes with that. So we watch Harry doing all of this and we're like, no, this you don't do this. And if anything, you go against, and you would never be or want to make anyone feel the way you felt. But we're dealing with a royalty. We're dealing with a boy that has been born at the top. He's not had to work hard or survive. It was just all given, like I said to you, my friend, she died in a car crash. Her 3 sons left with nothing. They had a collection pot to pay for the funeral. Harry don't have to worry about that.
You'll never be able to understand, will he?
There's no humble with him. He's never had.
There's no humble. He's not humble. Is that what you said, Tina?
Yeah.
He's not humble.
So the spoiled entitlement alongside that PTSD gets conflicted, and this is why it brings anger. In some days you see Harry and he looks sad, and you feel sympathy because you acknowledge that sadness. But then other days, and I've been through it, like you, Paula, and I have days where I'm like, oh God, look at the state of him. He's really not happy. Then I see him on that stage recently in New York, and I'm raging because I'm like, how are we still here? It's so people shouldn't feel this way, but they do. This is the reality. But one thing I will say about Harry and Diana, we say he doesn't remember his mom. Can you imagine what it's like when everyone in the world can remember your mom, but you can't?
Ooh, Tina! Ow! Ooh! Oh!
Yeah, I mean, I can't for one moment understand their
Oh no, that
lifestyle.
was like a. Oh my God!
Yeah,
It
but
was
I
a
mean,
really
we
good
can always
season.
find, oh my, I hurt my pinky toe, PTSD. Okay. I have my son in Brussels. He went to, because of my work, I would have never been able to afford the school because it's like 30,000 euros a year just tuition. Okay, it's international school Brussels. It's very posh, very expensive. I mean, literal royalty went there. I mean, you should see that. I remember the first time I was like, "Am I at the right place?" Because, like the gates and everything, security, and I mean the Rolls Royce, and I mean, it was insane that school. There was a lot of royalty there, like proper royalty, like real royalty. My son was going to the same classes with him and stuff like that, and and the people that I talked to, the parents, they were normal people and stuff like that. There was one that the mother had died, the little boy, they have and he was like a prince or something, some one of those houses or whatever. And we're talking that you can use trauma as an excuse to blame others and be stuck, or you can use
Yes.
trauma to grow. Now, if you get in the mode, if your personality is such that you don't want to take responsibility for anything, and it's very comfortable because he has grown all his life, never been held accountable for anything. There's a big difference
Yeah,
between a
that's true.
person who's been a brat all his life, has never had any accountability for
Which
any of
makes
his
him not
actions,
be
and a
humble.
man who's staying at 40 years of age saying, "Oh, my mom," the first thing, "Oh, my mom, mom." I mean, at this point,
Yeah.
it's no PTSD anymore.
I
And
absolutely
I'll say
agree.
something that this is where very profound. This psychologist
Yeah,
once told me,
it's not humble.
children. She thought she deals with children that are molested, and stuff like that when they were growing up. And he says, as a child, you have very little power on what happens to you.
Yep.
Okay, because you don't have a
Uh-huh.
power of decision. You're at the mercy of others. But
Yes.
as
Yep.
an adult, if you know right from wrong, you make your own decisions. And she gave me a few examples. She says that there's this little girl that came to her, and her family used to beat her. Like, I mean, she always had broken stuff and, like everything. When she grew up, she couldn't do anything about it. When she grew up, she could have become either.
Paula, give me 1 second. Celia, you better stop. What Paula is saying is extremely important. Please, Paula, continue.
So what the lady said is like either the little girl could have continued perpetuating, because I see it here all the time. Here it's normal that they beat kids like no tomorrow. I mean, they even make these special belts to beat them with. The mother is
Yeah.
that's how they grew up. So
Yeah.
she could have continued that pattern,
Yeah.
or she could have said, I remember how it felt, and I'm not going to do it because I know
Okay.
how it feels.
So,
Harry is a grown ass man. He knows
Yeah.
right from wrong, but he doesn't care because it's not even about what's right or wrong. It's about what makes him feel good and the
Right.
fact that he got used to being adored. What we're seeing is a narcissist who is no longer loved and is on the other spectrum and end of the
Yes.
spectrum, who is no longer popular, and he loved
That
being
is so
popular.
true. He is no longer popular.
Mm,
He is no longer loved. He is
mhm.
no longer looked at as this prince. He's looked at,
Yeah.
people have lost respect for him and lost a lot of, just, I have. I've lost a lot of respect for Harry because when he got on that plane talking about freedom, I
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
so you're going to give up everything your family has poured into you, given to you, and done for you. You're going to give that all up for Meghan so she can be a star, so she can be in Hollywood, so she can try to be an A-lister. Harry is thinking
Yeah.
about nobody but himself.
Yeah.
That's
I
And
got
the
it.
actually, I
I
think if
agree with
anything,
Livy. Livy AU et you. She's basically saying I don't believe that Harry is knows right from wrong because
really.
he's
And
so
he's insane.
traumatized.
He's medically insane. That is the definition of somebody who is insane.
Yeah,
One day I'm going to film
he has
this
a
guy
mental
outside of my
issue.
house. He lives on the
Hmm.
street right around the corner from my house. He lives on the streets, and he can come up to you and suddenly slap you, and then continues walking because he's mentally insane. He thinks that he doesn't know the difference between slapping you and giving you a hug. That is the absolute description of insanity, not knowing right from wrong, which means that Harry should not even have been allowed to be anything. He knows right from wrong because he doesn't like it when it happens to him.
I think for him, what is right is what makes him feel good, and what is wrong is what doesn't make him feel good. And I think that he never had any other definition because he's an entitled little B. Okay, that's what I believe. But at the same time, like Tina was saying, I think what is so dislikable with Harry is that because he has probably, for me, PTSD and is triggered constantly, it makes him the worst version of himself. But at the same time, because he's entitled, he doesn't even realize that he is the worst version of himself.
When is he triggered?
I feel that he's triggered because he felt like he couldn't protect the woman he loved, because his only obsession is because he's obsessed. Like Harry, for me, I think he has a white knight obsession. He wants to be the savior. He never could save mommy, so let me save Meghan. And everything that Meghan is feeling is like paramount to him. That's why Meghan could do emotional abuse and say, because she did emotional abuse to him by saying that, oh, I'm gonna unalive myself if you don't do this. This is emotional abuse,
manipulating him. And
I disagree a little bit there, because I think if you were to watch Harry be applauded and loved and his ratings go up, that would be the biggest risk to his and Meghan's marriage, because I think then it would give him the thing to move on. I honestly, I think he's had a whole life of being applauded and adored, and the only change in their marriage, in this separation, is when it was really starting to plummet for him as well. You know, I feel like we say like this,
Tina, just to say, I was talking of when they were leaving, not now.
Right.
Okay.
And
continue.
I just say
about this, I don't think he's protected Meghan. He watched what?
Oh my God!
Don't you remember?
Say something.
Tina, don't you remember with the Oprah interview? Meghan said, "I wanted to kill myself," and I was alone.
Right.
And he had the idiot sitting
unalive.
And then the idiot is sitting right next to her, and it's like, even everybody, I remember when she said that, the entire nation worldwide were saying, "Where was Harry?" That
his ultimate goal was to please Meghan. Even when they were getting married, he was like, I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. And she always threatened to leave him.
Yeah.
You know, he was afraid that she was going to break up with him.
Let's be honest, she draped herself. She draped herself on his mom's grave. His only place where it got to go. And she literally placed herself as a new memory at that place for his mom.
As
he literally
Diana
took over Diana in a really weird, toxic way as she clutched. Who does that? Who does that? Would any of you go?
No,
if your partner took you to their mom's grave, would you be on your knees, clutching it, crying, asking? No, you wouldn't. It's not normal behavior.
No.
And would you say, like Paula was telling me one time, remember Paula, when you told me that he could, she said that in front of Eugenie, your mom is really happy we're here.
Well, yeah, because she thinks she's a medium, so she thinks she speaks to Diana beyond the grave.
You know what, Maggie?
Is there anything she can't do?
You talked about it, Maggie. That now is Harry who's asking not to do the things with Meghan, because Harry is fed up with her. He wants the adoration back. This is why he is the one who chose. You know that he was supposed to show up at Tyler Perry's with because he was part of the board of directors. He was supposed to be there, but he arranged for him to be on the other side of the country, and I think that has to do with the Diddy thing as well. Because
here's a question for me. Here's a question for me, Lady Letitia. That stupid stuff. Hasn't Harry had full and complete love for at least his children for the last years? What do y'all think?
What was the question?
Has he what?
Listen, their parenting, it leaves a lot to be desired. They have not been in the country. They have not been around their kids for months. They
Well,
leave
Harry
them.
hasn't been around Montecito. He came to Montecito for Thanksgiving, and Meghan rushed to have to leak that Harry was in Montecito, to the point that Kingsley Schofield
she leaked
rushed
it.
to do a live because she wanted the world to know Harry's in Montecito, Harry for Thanksgiving. But then he left. I mean, she hadn't seen him for 82 days. He hadn't seen his kids. This man is in New York. I mean,
So do you think he's sick
where
of
are these
her?
kids?
You think he's sick of Meghan? He's
Yeah, I
tired of
think
her
so. He
shenanigans?
looks bitter. He doesn't, before when he was engaged, he thanked up Meghan. Oh, I love this girl. And the way he looked at her, oh, we're so in love. We're salt and pepper. And now when he's asked about this divorce rumors
They're
right now
never
in New
together.
York, and now he's asked about this divorce rumors in New York just yesterday, he's like, oh yeah, they're always writing we're getting divorced. But he could have said, no, we're not getting divorced. I'm in love with my wife. I love my family. But then you know what he said defiantly? Oh, I'm going to stay in the United States. I'm not leaving. Well, maybe Trump will say otherwise, because if they release those documents and you lied, you're out.
You better be doing some nice licking ass on Trump.
I just thought when Paula and Tina were talking, I just thought they went from salt and pepper to oil and water. They are trying to stay step.
But
Yeah, they are oil and water. They are not
let me tell you
mixing.
something. People are
They are
saying
more than they are on more than a professional separation.
oh yeah,
They are separated.
Well, it
I have a question for you guys. Thanksgiving just happened. Meghan gave a huge article as to how important family was for her. If this is not gaslighting, okay, I'm gonna given what
How the
you
hell
know,
is
I'm gonna ask you all these questions and you can answer it. How? Okay, and this is part of the gaslighting I was talking about, because the papers still print
how is
it.
family
They say-
important?
and yeah, but exactly.
She doesn't even
Knowing
talk
what
to her
you know
father.
now, knowing what you know now about Rachel Meghan Markle, about what she's done to her family, both sides of her
Both,
family,
all
because you don't
three.
see a black. No, I'm saying her own family, the
Right.
black and white side, and
I
her
agree.
family,
And
you
the
know,
Spencers.
and
Yeah.
but she likes the Spencers. But would you say that article, when she said that family and that people are printing this in mainstream media and kids are gonna read it, people who don't know anything about her and have only heard the racist narrative in the United States, and oh, family is important and this and that, what do
Some
you
people will
think? Would you
believe her.
believe that?
They will believe her. If they don't know who she is and think that she's this princess over here pretending to be a queen, they'll believe her, which is sad because it's all a farce. How can you say that you're all about family and all about culture and all about love and all this, and you don't have a relationship with none of your family members, Harry's family members, or anyone?
Good point. Very good point.
You.
Yeah. Well, you can't.
Bye, Celia.
It's just the
Oh,
levels.
well,
of
hopefully you come back at some point.
It's just the levels of hypocrisy that we see with Meghan Markle as she preaches, and him,
Hi, Sylvia.
about family
Sorry, Sylvia.
and family values, and they preach to us, and it's almost like they're, and the scariest thing is that people look at that and they think this is how you should treat people. No, it's not. It's wrong what they've done, and I just still wait for the day. Well, God forbid when that day comes where either Charles or Thomas Markle, because they're both, failing in health, and what are they going to do then? Like this is going to go on and on and on. Like, buckle your seatbelts, because this is going to continue. And I can't even imagine the day that happens. And what are these two going to do? Turn up? Can you turn up and weep in black veil? How? How is that going to happen? How is that going to work? Can they not foresee what's ahead of them? Possibly next year, the year after. I just, it beggars belief, But this is why we see with Prince William, he went through the same, but we see him breaking every generational trauma he can.
Exactly.
So he does the bite. He takes the good out of the childhood he had, like the bike rides with his mom and dad and Harry. You
He
watch him
does.
doing it with his children, you know. And I remember that one where Prince William was accosted by the press, the media. Do you remember that video, Paula? Anyone? Where they had followed him, and you can literally hear a man really triggered. It's real. The words he says are spine tingling, you know, it's chilling. It was a real genuine trigger, you know. And this is, you know, Harry chucking around the PTSD, the trigger, although it's there, I do acknowledge it's there. Again, he's overusing that label, you know, it dilutes it.
But you know, with mental health, it could be very layered. There could be a lot to its behavior. And remember, when someone is abused or someone's gone through something, they make that decision of what way they're going to, how they're going to use that experience, if they're going to heal from it, or if they're going to do more damage than what has happened to them.
It's not a decision, but yes, continue.
But in a sense, you do it subconsciously. You decide consciously what you're going to do, because it's a journey of strength. I think a lot of the time it's how you're going to play the cards that you've been dealt. Now, a lot of the time it's environment and it is your core personality combined that makes you make a decision, or how you play out the next stages of your life. You know, there has to be some responsibility on how you're going to deal with that emotional trauma. You cannot put it on the rest of the world.
Right.
I agree.
You can't put it on the rest of the world. And that's what he's been doing.
You can't. And that's why it's quite dangerous with the platform he's got, in the way he...
What is happening in the chat?
Yeah, what's going on? Who's being rude?
Don't threaten people. Who's rude? What are we talking about threatening? We're talking about Harry and his lack of hair.
Love you to stay. Don't just unsubscribe. Stay with us. You know, I know it gets a bit.
You know what? There's one thing you have to understand, Victoria. A lot of people, for example, I've seen a lot of people that I recognize here, that they would go on any live I did in other channels just to trash me. I'm seeing them back here. Yeah, it had stopped for a while after Sue Smith and Steph's live. They stopped. But now they're back again at it. And every time I go into somebody else's channel, they show up in those channels just to trash me, call me names and stuff like that, which is why I didn't want to do it at Ron's anymore, because even Meghan Small, we've been trashed, and they do it just to cause chaos in the chat and put people off. You know, so at one point, don't you remember, Victoria? Meghan Small said to us in the group chat, I'm just subscribing because people were just going there. And these people, I'm not saying that some of them that are there are basically engineered by other Mexican YouTubers, and they would show up consistently. I mean, they were on my channel. This is, you know, like as soon as they knew that I was somewhere, they would go immediately just to cause chaos, say nasty things, and just for the heck of it. And now that they've allowed time to pass, they didn't take my channel down like some people wanted it with that live. It didn't go down. Then they're come back again because they think it's okay to continue trashing me. I am okay with that. But Victoria,
you know, you've made it when you get trolled. You know, you've made it when you've got trolled.
But what I'm saying, for example, Celia may say she's unsubscribing. If Celia wants to unsubscribe, that's the wonderful thing of YouTube. It's that, you know, and this is something, Celia, that you should understand, that if Meghan Markle had her way and Harry, you wouldn't be able to comment on these channels. This is not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. If you're and they leave those comments. You know why they leave those comments there, Victoria? Because when people reread back the chat, the live chat, they read that comment, they say, oh, this must be a bad channel because this is why the comment of I'm unsubscribing is there. So they do it on purpose. So when somebody else comes across this chat and they read, oh, I'm going to unsubscribe, people say, oh, this must be a very bad channel. So this is a way to basically you know, don't focus on people. If they want to unsubscribe and delete her comment that she's unsubscribing. She's not an adult. We're here. We're 5 of us here are not agreeing on everything, but we're adults. You know, and that's great. If Celia doesn't want to go, that's her priority. That's her priority.
Not that anybody cares.
Yeah, Victoria
know,
is
when
the one.
people,
Like it's Victoria's channel. I think she should be the one to talk to Celia.
It,
Victoria.
I don't know what actually happens to Celia. I don't know why.
Exactly.
So because I can't keep up with both. I'm not
no,
very
but
good
what I'm saying to you,
multitasking.
this
I'm
is,
not good at it
I
either.
found out about it. I found out
No.
about this tactic. I found out about this tactic because YouTube, I have some people who help me on YouTube, and this is what they do. This is, for example, when they have a lot of YouTubers that don't do chat replay because they get a lot of trolls coming in and just leaving nasty comments. So when other people come and read, come in and look at the live, they will only see nasty comments, and they will immediately put people off, and they won't listen to you because all they're doing is reading the nasty comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is why you have moderators. This is the whole purpose for
Victoria
you.
is our moderator.
I've got Livy in the chat. She's moderating for me. It's very good.
Oh,
But
Hello,
I missed,
Livy.
I missed whatever was said, so I will go over it and find out what's going on after. But yeah, just hold tight. Don't get too upset. We're all friends here. We've all
tight.
got the
We're
same
all
goal.
Oh my
friends.
God. I am friend with only people I can debate with. If you cannot debate with me, please go
So,
away. Go
Like, how
away.
boring.
I'll give you an example.
question.
Dale Plummer
So-
is one of the is a fixture. I actually banned him from my channel. He's a fixture on trashing me on every channel I go because in my channel he's been banned because he used to say the most vile things about me, which were all lies. I'm not playing the victim. Do I look like a victim to you? But that's the first thing that people do, like and the reason why I remove toxic people is not because of no freedom of speech, but if they know what my channel is about, the people on the chat here know what the chat is about. It's called Royal Chaos. And some people we're fed up with this topic. This is called Royal
Well, we
Chaos.
do. Shandy and Dale, please do not start. We're not like nobody's awful. Okay, we love everyone.
Let's get off this topic because
Exactly.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it true that Meghan Markle's the new CEO of American Riviera Orchard?
Yes,
She is. That's
herself
correct.
CEO.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
Everybody else is incompetent, apparently.
Do you know what that? I know.
She's the only one that
Victoria.
can run it.
I just
Do you
think
know what
the gaslighting on that again. It's like, there's no one else who would come up to her expectations. It's like, if that was really the case, though, you would have just come out and been the CEO straight away.
In the
You
beginning.
wouldn't have spent months looking.
You can't keep
I think people are so sick of being treated like they're stupid.
Right.
And they don't understand what the real story is here. That no one will work for you.
She's a
because you're
bully.
like a leaking tap of stories and staff,
She's a bully.
Yeah.
That's why she
Who's the
can't,
bully? Meghan or
she
Perry?
cannot keep staff. She can't keep staff. She treats them like crap and bullies them and make grown men cry. And she did that at the palace. Came in there throwing her weight around, pretending like she was some new princess and trying to control the situation. And I think Montecito and America and the A-listers heard about her bullying, and that has damaged her reputation on another level. I really do, because people don't like bullies.
Yes. Exactly, Livy. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. I know.
She's made it.
It's remarkable the type of nonsense
is.
they come out with. But apparently this Netflix stuff isn't going to go ahead for her. It's going to be cancelled.
Really?
It's already looking. I think they're going to air a few episodes, but I don't think it's going to come to fruition at
Wow.
all.
They only did 5 episodes. That's it.
Yeah.
And
so there's some coming out.
They wanted to make Polo sexy,
there's
sweaty
5
boy,
episodes of the
sweaty boy.
So
the fifth attractive man in America on a horse. Imagine that.
So Victoria, it's 5 episodes.
I think that's what Paula said. Yeah, 5
Oh my
episodes.
God!
Of this docu-series.
Oh.
And Christy Leesman says she has 0 experience, and that's the reality. Both her and Harry
she is
have
Meghan.
no experience.
But she is Meghan.
She is Meghan. She's
She doesn't.
seductive.
She didn't go to school for it. She didn't know PhD in it. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
No.
She's telling everybody else what to do, Tina.
And that's the thing.
But-
and what we've watched
but
them
she's
do is
making-
constantly sling mud in a business opportunity and hope it will stick. And that's why we just go different direction. And the minute she don't get 1 million subs on American Riviera,
Right.
It's done, you know? But she's
It's
got to
over.
show. Yeah, it's done. On to the next.
Well, she needs to have the trademark first.
Yeah.
Like the trademark is not even done.
The trademark. You're gonna put out some jam and some dog biscuits, and then you're not even going to have your trademark together, but you can't even get 1 million followers.
I gotta show you. I want to show you this video, and I want your opinion on
That's
this. How
shocking.
much this applies to Harry? Can you show this? I want to see. This is actually a guy, a billionaire, talking about what's the best decision for the
most important decision you're going to make in your life. What do you think it is?
Who you marry?
The spouse. The most important decision you make in your entire life is the spouse, because the wrong one is a disaster. The right one is fantastic. Most important decision you're going to make.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, he made the worst decision of his life when he married her.
Yes.
Do you think that Harry knows that he's screwed up and he's angry? That's why he's so angry?
A little bit. Because when he didn't answer the question about him and Meghan being married and divorcing, he really didn't convince me that they had a okie dokie marriage and everything was okie dokie. But now it just seems like separation and all that. I think he has maybe just a little bit, because next thing you know, he'll see him at a basketball game trying to get a kiss from her. But I don't know how strong he is against this woman. She is very manipulative and, she's strong. Yeah. And it's hard for him probably to penetrate, to be like, you know what? I'm done. It's over.
Did you just say it's hard for him to penetrate?
Yeah, I was trying to say something smart. And it came out. That came out.
This is a funny thing. Meghan was actually at Buckingham. Meghan was actually at Buckingham with David.
I am a pervert.
Show this picture.
I was trying to say something smart.
It's okay. Don't worry. You could have got away with that for a minute.
That's Meghan with David Beckham and Victoria.
Imagine.
Oh my God.
That's Meghan at the Buckingham Palace with David Beckham and Victoria.
So who put that in there?
I did.
She's part of the carpet.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It's so funny, I mean, you know what's so sad?
Funny.
You know what's so sad though? That I was thinking the other day, how much, what a wasted opportunity. What a wasted opportunity. What a waste of platform.
Yeah.
They have very
video here. You want to see?
Very, very little guidance in and they're a bit lost, I think, in what
Look
to
at
do.
Harry. This is Harry at that conference. You want to see him? Are you there? Are you sure?
I'm here.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon.
Thanks for showing
What I really, really don't like, and what I find hard to make peace with, is that there are some people on one end of the spectrum who are sitting behind their keyboards writing dangerous or defamatory headlines, knowing that it's going to work as clickbait because
Like he did with his book.
nothing you can do about it. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you have Nobel Prize winners like Maria Ressa, who's literally putting her life on the line. And
Mute yourself, Paul. It's an echo. Somebody do that.
So that, to me, is the spectrum. And my life has been covered by this end of the spectrum, which I will be damned if those journalists are going to ruin journalism for everybody else because we depend on it so much.
You did say in your book, you said, I began to think at some point that Murdoch was evil. You've had very strong words about Rupert Murdoch and what you think he did in this phone hacking scandal. What is the goal of this lawsuit, which has been ongoing now for a very, very long time?
The goal is accountability. It's really that simple.
1,300 people, from what I've read, have settled with
Because
the Murdoch folks. And of the 40 claims that originally joined with you in this action, it's down to now 2. And so you think that everybody's just settled because it just doesn't make any economic sense to continue?
No, I know why people have settled. They've settled because they've had to settle. So therefore, one of the main reasons for seeing this through is accountability, because I'm the last person that can actually achieve that, and also closure for these 1,300
He knows
people and
nothing about
families.
accountability.
He is such a fake superhero in his own head. He's so annoying. I am the only one who can do it.
Yeah, the money. And this is why.
Single-handedly taking down the media.
You know why he said
all on my own.
can do it? You know why he said he's the only one who can do it? Because I don't believe he's using his money. I believe he's funded by Charles. This
No
man,
way, Paula. Really?
Lady Leticia, would you not be worried right now? The legal bill is 38 million pounds. The legal bill.
Wow.
38 million pounds is about $46 million. Now, they still have to go to court 25 and 26. So we're looking at a couple 12 million more. Even the judge is fed up. But no, he has to do it because the other people already settled. They're fine. Prince William settled a long time ago. He donated the money. You know, but this guy has got to be I am better. I know. And look at the arrogance that he says, oh, I'm the last one. The 40 people that started with him, there's only 2, him. And you know, like, because it's not even because he thinks Rupert Murdoch is evil, but it's because he doesn't like to be called out. And he went from being the darling to being exposed as to how hateful he is. And he doesn't look the image he sees in the mirror. And when he talks about the people on the keyboards, he talks about us.
Yeah.
That we're evil because we call him out.
Charles needs to stop helping him. He needs to cut him off because he's going to keep continuing to feel entitled and trying to get away with all this stuff.
But you see, he's doing it for the other people. The other people don't want him to do anything. They're already settled their own thing.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a stale situation to sit in when it's like purgatory. You're just waiting for an outcome. It's dragging out something that I think leaves a bit of a black cloud over your head when it comes to moving on with your life. And maybe, you know, you should just cut his losses and just go and live on an island somewhere.
Why doesn't he do that for the backup people?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he do that for the backup people?
But that's what,
women are getting R-worded. Women are getting killed. I mean, it's horrible. Why doesn't he feel that passionate about the people of backup people? Because of course he's with African Parks. And when he did that little fundraiser in New York, he got 10 or 15% of all that was raised that night. Also, we know that he did a fundraiser in California because his D-list actress posted on her Instagram, oh, look how I saw yesterday at the African Parks fundraiser. Harry, within minutes, it was deleted. Why doesn't he speak up? If he wants to help people.
Because it's not in his interest to speak up. That's the problem. And this is what we see consistently. Well, because people are hypocrites and people do anything for their own agenda. This is the issue we've got. Nobody it will sit there and be morally righteous when it comes to their own indulgences. And this is the issue we have with all these celebrities and some of the royals. It is about their own gain and their own agenda.
I'm going to say something that people are going to hate.
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't! I can't deal with any more beef in the side chat.
No. This is what's it called? The Queen's Commonwealth Trust was created 1 month in April, 1 month prior to Harry and Meghan getting married. It was created with them in mind because Meghan was a biracial woman, 43% Nigerian. So it was created with that because it's the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, you know, and it's a lot of Black population. So Harry was president and she was made vice president, right? And Charles is the one, even though it was the Queen, but it was actually Charles who came up with the idea, and they called it the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. In December in 2018, there was a fundraising dinner for African Parks, and Harry was made director or whatever it was that year because of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. Prince Charles then arranged a fundraiser for African parks at Kensington Palace or Clarence House. The photos leaked, and you can see Meghan sitting with her moon bump, sitting next to Harry at the African Park dinner. Those funds were raised. So Charles is very much in with the African Park people, not the African Park that William is talking about. These are the African Parks, the organization that is the evil one, that the Survival International have denounced multiple times worldwide. So this was created by King Charles.
Yes.
The fundraiser in California.
Yes.
Approved by King Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
well,
that's
there
what
you
they
go.
get. They're the royal family. So it's like, oh, you've done a stint abroad in the army. What can we do here now, Harry? We give you a charity to head and run. Oh, Harry's married Meghan. Oh, we give them a charity because they need to be seen to be doing something and to be the face of something, because that keeps the royal family in business. And the royal family will always look after their business, even if that means looking after and supporting their little prince, because it will be more damaging for the royal family if you were to find a picture of Harry head down in a pub being sick.
Debbie, thank you. That was hilarious. Debbie in the chat. Meg was in Nigerian then.
I was reading that comment.
Yeah.
She's transitioned, guys. She's transitions.
Debbie has been on fire with her.
She's Nigerian.
Debbie said something like, she's such a businesswoman, she forgot to sign her own applications, Somebody said, like, that's so funny as hell.
Oh, she didn't even pay the fee correctly. There was a fee that
No,
she
but
had
she
to pay
sent
for
some
her
documents.
trademark,
She forgot to
and she
sign
didn't
the
even
documents.
send the money.
No, but
I
she
mean,
forgot to send the documents for the application, and she didn't sign them.
I don't think she really knows what she's doing. Let's be honest. This is all kind of new to her.
But this is where I go, that this is what drives me crazy. And I don't know about you, Tina, when they said that Meghan is so smart, that Meghan went to Northwestern University and she double major, which is a lie. You don't double major in theater and international study relations.
If she was smart, I would never have met you, and you. We wouldn't be talking about her.
Well, I would have met you, Tina. No, I would have met you because I wasn't
yeah, you would have
because
the
of the royal
aftermath.
stuff.
But what I'm saying is, if she was smart, if they were both, they could have been the very threat to the royal family. Even if they had stepped away,
I
decided
agree.
they wanted to step away, they still would have got the contracts with Netflix. If the people would have watched Harry take on, I don't know, him going into schools and dealing and speaking and helping support children who had lost parents, and that grief, it would have touched on his plight whilst helping another. He would have also got great growth from that and healing, and we wouldn't see the Harry we see today probably. If we had watched Meghan going into schools and tackling causes like racism and actually making a watchable, comfortable but awareness documentary where it's not just solely me, I think Harry and Meghan could have been the alternate sort of, we've left the royal family but we're helping people, we just don't want to be a part of that. They've chosen
to that it's all about them and what they want. It's a selfish reasons to leave.
Their fail was the minute they sat on Oprah, and it was never coming back from that moment.
And they're not naturally humanitarians either. They haven't got empathy installed in them. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, just look at the financial paper of 2023. They raised 5.3 million. We know that there's a 6 million. Why is it 6 million? Whatever. 5.3 million, but they gave as grant 1.3 million.
They're not giving out
$50,000 to Joe Biden's daughter for a spa that isn't even built. They haven't built it.
That is corrupt, isn't it? Ex-royals allowed to give to politicians.
Yeah,
they're allowed to do that.
They keep on doing that. They keep on doing that.
The optics are bad because Joe Biden, we know that has the visa scandal with the Heritage Foundation. It does not look good that they're giving money to the Bidens who are absolutely corrupt.
No, and look what his son got away with. Look what his son got away with as well.
I,
Yeah.
th-
Clearable charges.
I think every political party is corrupt. I think the left, the right, the center, all of it is BS. But I
Yeah,
think
well,
that's
I agree
I
with that.
think sincerely that Harry and Meghan have no generosity, and I think Meghan is absolutely an idiot that never went to university. No university student would ever complain about having to learn a song. That woman wanted people to applaud because she learned "God Save the Queen."
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know this whole
So
song either.
true.
Yeah, but
Guys,
if you
you know,
if you
we've
actually studied, because university you don't learn a song. You learn basically 100 pages for one exam. What university student will complain, especially if they have a double major about learning a
I
song?
know, right?
Not only that,
a hard
she's
life.
an actress. She's an
It's a
actress.
hard life.
She's an actress.
Listen,
She has to
guys,
remember
we've done
scripts.
we've done 3 hours, and I think
Woo!
I know we could go on and on and on.
Wow. It
But that
doesn't
is
even
quite
seem
a
that
long time.
long.
It's gone really, really quick. I loved every single minute of it. Not sure about the toe situation. Could be
Oh,
really-
her toe was
Not so sure about
rubbing
what.
the ground.
but should we do this every Friday? We carrying this on? Are we going on
Yeah.
whose channel are we
I
going on
like
next
to do
week?
it every Friday. I think we should go on
Yeah.
Tina.
Yeah, we do it as
Yeah.
much as we can because we
Yep.
don't know what will happen
Okay.
on Friday. But yeah,
Exactly.
You know,
So
before we go, show this picture. This is really cute.
it's not another toe, is it, Paula? Because I can't.
Show the toe,
Go
Paula.
on.
Show the toe.
no, Lady Latisha, evil, evil.
Oh,
Look
that's
how
lovely.
big.
He looks lovely. Yeah.
He's gorgeous. I mean,
Oh,
he's
that's so
really
nice.
tall.
Can
He's
I just
only
say?
12 and he's almost
He's
Prince William.
He's very smart, isn't he? Look at him. He's gorgeous.
William seems to
Aw.
be in
And
complete.
this is how you can tell that children are real.
You can see them.
Well, do you see them in a picture? Oh my good God.
They're out
They
are
are.
doing normal stuff.
Listen,
Paula.
we've got 500 people watching tonight, so please like, comment, let us know how you thought this went. Constructive criticism, please, or if you really
Yes.
enjoyed it, something very nice in the comment section. And like really
Yeah.
helps. And this
Don't
is
try
royal...
to divide us. We like each
Yeah.
other.
We
Okay.
do, we do.
You know what? I'm gonna say something because there's a lot of things. I'm gonna take advantage a little bit. Megan Small and I are not talking. Megan Small
Oh.
and I decided not to do lives for now, but we're gonna start next year because people on the chat they had stopped for a while, or that nonsense that happened after the live had stopped. I'm gonna give you a little bit here just for people to know. They are calling my family members. Trying to trash me. This is like last week. They're still trying to call my family members. And they're so stupid. They don't even change their phone number. So when my cousin said, Paula, who the hell is this person? You know, one of my aunts who's 87 years of age. She doesn't even know what YouTube is. They managed to
You're
get her
talking
phone.
about Susan. You're
I'm
talking
not
about
gonna say
Susan.
who it is. I'm not going to say who it is.
Mm.
But I'm saying they managed to get a hold of my aunt. And my aunt is like, what are you talking about? What is YouTube? And she's like, and then my cousins found out. And then you know how you can find out, Letitia, in the United States, you have the ID, phone ID. So my cousin goes, we assume this is you because they consider that me being on YouTube because my family is a little bit upper class. They think that me being on YouTube is
How
low.
are they, darling?
No, but they go like, we assume this is about you, you know, and our Aunt Yuli, we know she was this and that, and it's like, and do you recognize this phone number? And of course I recognize the phone number. I have it saved in my contacts, but they're calling my family members, sending them emails.
No,
Still
that's
trashing
going a bit too far, isn't it? I do think we
Oh,
yeah.
it's incredible.
Well,
It's
the,
incredible.
I know of one person that is not in the Megxit community. I know that person. I've talked to that person because sometime now, since I've been with Paula, they come into my own chat. So this is not someone from the Megxit community, but it's someone that that is obsessed with Paula.
Oh, that person.
Yes, Lady Latisha.
Well,
No,
I don't condone that
Megan's
behavior. It goes a
small.
bit, that's a bit
Exactly.
No, and
scary.
I want people to understand that for us YouTubers, we do. You know my face. I tell you about my life. We are putting our faces out there. We're not hiding behind this. Megan Small is doing it like that because she has a young child. I get death threats all the time.
Oh wow,
I get
that's
death
crazy.
threats all the time, you know. So Megan Small, some, you know, like Megan Small is dealing with a lot of stuff. So this is why I said, you know what, we stopped doing lives hoping that it would go away, but instead it made it worse. So there's a lot of stuff that I tried to
There's a
stay
lot of troll.
completely way out because
Yeah.
I get the emails, I get the messages sent to me, but I'm still staying away from all of that. Unless another live comes out about me, then
Good
I
for
will,
you.
you know.
The
But
person that are stalking you are not from the Megxit community, but there is someone out there that is really obsessed with Paula and breathing loudly while watching her.
no, I'm gonna
Like
tell you
for real.
no, I'm gonna say something that is really
I'm not joking. For real.
but this hit really low because you guys know I'm a single mom. It's only me and Henrik, you know, Henrik and myself. My son is studying in Canada. Everybody knows that, but nobody had his address. So one of the Mexican community, she phoned somebody and said, you know, can you send this to her son, to her his address? You know, tell him how terrible his mom is. Tell him that we. How did they know my son's address? This is how sick it is, you know. So, but I'm here. I can take the hate. You know, I put myself out
You've
there.
been taking it, and I commend you on how you react to it because you're very strong, and I commend you on that, Paula.
I used to let it go, but I've noticed, you know how, you know, Tina, how some people, when, because I said I'm not going to engage it, I've seen some of those YouTubers go for 2-3 years going on their lives, calling me the see you next Tuesday word
Who
online.
said that?
On live, I'll send you the clips with 3 or 4 of these people, and they're all laughing, and they go repeat the same thing, calling me a liar without pointing out what I'm lying about or anything. They all got together, and now they've deleted some of the lives, but people downloaded them, right? So what I want to say, this is not hatred of anything, but this is what we do. At least I deal with it. Megan Small deals with it. And I mean, P. Dine at the beginning, because she was black and she was speaking, you know, like calling out Meghan Markle. P. Dine, the hatred she got from the black community. How dare you betray the black community?
Absolutely.
She used to get hate mail. Because,
Yes,
and this
absolutely.
is the thing, I am calling out, I'm asking questions. My channel is all about asking questions. And my goal was that if I ever got a platform, is to use it for victims of violence. You know, Tina and I've been trying to get Tina to get me people who want to come into the channel. Because now that I have this little platform, I want to use it for something else other than that, you know, like for victims, because I know what it feels like to feel unheard.
Yeah,
I know what it
that's
feels
what
like.
you did for Natanya. You did that for Natanya.
Well, I
Like
don't
you
know.
gave her the platform, like
Well,
you were ready. Like that's who Paula is,
She
by the
is.
way, people.
Yeah.
Okay?
no, but the thing is that, and then we have people like Harry and Meghan Markle who have
Yeah.
instant access to a huge platform.
Yeah.
And instead of actually doing good, they only use it to
They'll
target
stop it,
people,
please.
hatred,
Hmm?
hate their own family. You
I
know,
know.
this is unheard of. The Queen was dying, Prince Philip was dying when all of that happened. Do you
And this is
understand that?
global. You know,
Yeah,
this
he
is a
was.
global reaction.
And the Queen
You know,
wasn't
we're all
well.
from different places. It's a global reaction. Different genders, different age groups, like all relate on the sadness and anger towards Harry and Meghan. A large majority of people. This is not, you know, and I always find, because I get a few hateful comments, but to be honest with you, once you've grown up in abuse, it's like it's neither here or there. If you don't really,
Yeah, exactly.
I was
I'm not
called a
having it on the level that you
transvestite.
are, Paula.
Oh, wow.
Pardon?
I was a man.
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You were a man?
Pardon?
I
Call me
suppose
a man.
this is part and parcel
In a
of putting
woman's
yourself out
body
there with your
or whatever.
opinion.
But I want people to understand that we go through a lot, but we're given our voices, and we hope
Yes.
that you can bring, you know, I love it when my
Poor
when
Victoria. She wanted to end and we're like, let's talk for
No,
another hour.
we really encourage people to come and send us really cool stuff. I got a lot of my subscribers who send me really great info, or they want to know questions. I love that. I love engaging, you know, or when they tell me I don't agree with this, but they do it respectfully. You know, like I don't, but then you get people in the chat, oh, I'm fed up with this. Like, when I have people on my channel and I see somebody being disrespectful to my guest, I immediately
Thank you, Dale.
Yeah.
immediately delete it.
Don't be rude
Because
to my guest.
yes, because you know, it's like you coming into my house and I have
Yeah.
a guest in my house and you're being rude to that because it's not even contributing to the conversation. You're just there just to be rude to the person
Be
there.
rude.
And you're not even talking about the topic that we're talking about, you know, and then it ruins the experience for everybody else because then the
Especially
whole
in the chat.
no, because then the whole side chat starts talking about that rude comment and then they don't listen to what we're talking about.
Do you know what it is as well, Paula? I don't have the mental capacity to do both. To actually delete, show them, to navigate this. It's like me driving a space station or something like that. I just can't do it. So if any of my mods can do it and erase the nasty comments next time, that would be great. Because
Oh my God, we're gonna
that would
bring
be very
Murphy.
helpful.
Murphy's gonna be just evil. It's just gonna be like,
He's good.
go away.
You should have Christine Gilbert.
Just
I'm
not
gonna
play.
tell Christine to be a mod for you and come because
Sometimes not everybody's available, which I understand it's their time, isn't it?
no, no,
So,
no, no.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just want people to understand
That's
that
how time works.
Oh,
Leticia,
thanks, Maggie. Thanks for that.
you know, Leticia, Maggie, Victoria, Tina, and I, we come here and we know we want to talk and of course make a living of things. For example, Leticia and I are completely opposites of the political spectrum, but I respect her.
I do. I love you, Paula.
You know, it's like,
Exactly.
you know, it would be like me hating somebody for being a Protestant or for,
Thank
you know,
you so much. We
No,
are
no.
more than just one thing.
Yes.
We agree on more things than we disagree.
Yeah, of
Which
course.
is
And
why
I
we
think
are cool.
yeah. And
Exactly.
it's healthy to have different opinions and to discuss them,
Exactly.
because you can mold and change your opinion.
Yes.
You are allowed to throughout your
And do you know
time
what?
on this mortal coil. So
That's how
let's
you
just
learn.
keep doing it.
That's how you learn and find growth in your personality. And
Yes.
this is what Harry and Meghan haven't got because they don't do this. They don't learn.
They're in a
don't
time
take
loop.
constructive criticism. This is where
Time
it
loop.
started. As the royal family were like, no, just leave the media. Let them do what they got to do. You focus on
Exactly.
you. No. We are right.
Maybe they're stuck in another dimension, Tina, and they're trapped.
Maybe they are.
And we
Victoria.
need to help them escape.
That's how we start talking after 3 hours. They are aliens.
This is one of the things that I don't get about Harry and Meghan. If they don't want to be criticized, change your behavior and actions.
Exactly.
Instead of changing their behavior and actions, they want to silence the people who call them out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the fragile state of the world, and I think Harry and Meghan have become like the pin-up guys for the world society. You know, they are everything that we are living in and having to deal with right now. You know, silence everyone out. Let's not have a healthier debate. There's fear of offending people. Harry and Meghan are stood there and they're like, I don't know, they're Technicolor Dreamcoat of woke and just all things trigger warning and victim status.
Oh my God.
Pin-up, aren't they?
It's like Harry and Meghan are basically, what is wrong with the left? And then you put them.
Yeah, they are.
Well, it could be an adult brain from all the.
No, it is just a wasted opportunity. It is such a wasted opportunity, you know, that they actually could have.
Yeah, there are ways.
Absolutely, Paula.
And I do think that people have gone through this kind of weird grieving process towards Harry, because as much as the royal family protected him and kept the bad headlines away, I do believe that him and William both got given this extension of the love for their mom and the love for them and watching them and wanting good for them. you know.
Yeah.
And to watch this breakup in this segregation of William and Harry, and watch Harry do what he's done, it's almost like loads of really pissed off, angry aunties being like, no, you're wrong, sort this shit out with your brother. I do believe that, because we've watched them.
I
They're
agree.
like characters, you know.
Mhm.
From the day they were born on the steps to their first day at school to watching them grieve them, we've watched every step. We're invested.
have.
Whether Harry likes
We
it or
are
not.
invested. And
Sunflower is saying that we should put Letitia's
yeah, so what I'm going
channel
to do,
up.
guys, is I'm going to put the links to everybody's channels underneath this video. I think you're probably subscribed to everybody, most of you, but if you're not, please subscribe to everybody's channel, because subscribers
Yes.
get us further, and it really helps promote our videos as well. So I would really
Tina?
appreciate it if you could sub.
How much
please.
subscriber do you have?
Hearing aid. I
Pardon?
really need to get a
Tina,
hearing
how many subscribers do you have?
I'm only small. I'm not that great, to be honest.
Me neither.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
are
don't have a
great,
big
Tina, don't
I
do
don't
that.
give it the time. I don't
You
have the
do.
time with the
Come on.
kids and stuff.
Come on,
And I
don't be
try and
modest.
balance it.
We should do a live on TikTok, Tina. I want to do a live on TikTok, Tina.
Yeah, we will. The reality is, right,
Mhm.
people say, oh, you're going on about Harry and Meghan again. But the people want Harry and Meghan.
They
Because
do.
you
That's
try
true.
and break away from that in YouTube algorithm. Don't send your videos out. I do the aftermath. It don't get as much, you know, I'm a slow grower.
That's
So-
fine.
Me
And I like slow growers.
I'm not.
Me too.
Thank you so much, Madam Miss Penetrate. Go away. Okay.
No, what's her name? Cynthia was away, so that's why. But you know, she was with the monkeys and stuff like that. She sent me the videos.
Oh,
you
she
know,
went to Africa.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It looks
wow.
amazing.
She stayed in the
Oh,
Giraffe
thank you,
Hotel.
Pay the Paper. We love
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give a tip before we go about plants, because
Yeah.
somebody, we should do something positive before we go.
Yeah, let's do
If
that.
Yes,
you,
I love the
because you
positive.
have, you
No,
know, if
tip
you
of
have
the day.
plants in your home with and I don't know how you say macetera. You know where you put the plants, pots, like
Oh, I feel
you
so
mix-
close to Paula right now.
Conservatory.
you put water, milk, like a little
Milk.
half a cup of milk and a liter of water, and that's food for the plants. Now, if you don't want your leaves to get yellow, because sometimes you buy those plants and inside your house and the leaves go yellow,
Yeah.
you can get a baking soda, a little bit of
Oh.
vinegar, and you dissolve it in water, like a tablespoon or a teaspoon of baking soda, a little bit of baking soda, vinegar, and water, and you spray it, and that's excellent. You can also throw in the roots. And if you want your plants to look kick-ass, get a little bit of beer, like this much, and mix it in a liter of water and spray the hell of it. Also, you know, in your pots, the soil gets hard. And
Yeah.
therefore so you get the
I don't
beer.
have plants.
You get like half, like
I
this,
kill all mine.
and you dissolve it in a liter of water, and you put it in the pot, and the soil would get soft again.
Or,
Dude.
or,
Brilliant.
and I like Paula, you were like the queen out farming and growing. I just
Yes.
have plants like this, which
Oh,
are
wow.
Ah, I would kill
Hey.
that too. I know I
Oh,
would
it's
kill it.
fake.
I would kill it. I would kill it. I would kill it.
Like my
Needs
fake
nutrients.
ones sit on
I
my
am-
couch.
I am that
Feelings,
cool.
Maggie. Plants have feelings.
Yeah.
And
I'm that cool.
we should talk about the face. We do our things about our faces. We should do also tips about faces and stuff like that,
Ooh,
guys.
yeah,
You know?
I'm getting older. And
No,
this
I kid you
stuff.
not. If you have like if you have spots on your face,
Mhm.
if you have spots on your face, this is what I do. This is me because I have lupus. So what I do, a little bit of baking soda, a little bit of water, and a little bit of honey, and I make a paste, or so baking soda or honey. I make a little paste and I put it in the dark spot. I do it for my elbows too, so they become whitened. Or sometimes people get dark here. You get baking soda,
Yeah.
and you leave it here, and your knees. I don't have black knees like Meghan Markle because she's always on her knees. But put it on your elbows and leave it there. And also when you rub it off, it makes your skin smooth. And the same for the knees. Or sometimes you get dark here as well, or under the armpits.
Yes.
What are we
yes.
rubbing?
Yes. That's true.
What
That's
are we
true.
rubbing?
Guess what I bought the other day? Snail. It's hold on.
What?
Snail cream.
Oh,
This is advanced snail cream, and it's just it's basically the slime of the snail, and you put it on your face.
Wow.
yeah.
And it makes you glow.
Wow.
Whoa.
I don't need to glow. Thank you so much.
Seriously.
Sticky.
Oh, this is the best. This is the best that I found out that this is something that I didn't know, guys.
It's called
When you crack an egg, right? You know that there's a very thin lining inside the egg that
Yes.
Yeah.
Get a little container, clean container, and whenever you put those things there, and then you put it close. If you're not allergic to eggs, this is Botox. You will feel it, and you put that little thing. Don't put it too close there, right? You put it here or there, guys. Your skin is gonna tighten. Oh my! I did it, and I was like, damn. But it's the inner lining, and then the shell. What you do, you crash it, you put it in water, and that is perfect for your plants as well.
Oh
wow!
And-
Why
and
do you
can
know
I-
so much thing, Paula?
Can I just say, no snails were harmed in the making of this cream, by the way.
Victoria, obviously, snail were hurt.
No, they weren't. Apparently,
Guys,
it was done ethically. It was.
And if you want to lose weight, if you really want to lose weight, you know the avocado. When you buy avocados, do not throw away the seed. The seed is where it has the most nutrients. It's powerful nutrients. It helps cleanse your. It helps cleanse your stomach, and what you do is you grate it, like you become like, is that how you say it? Grate it? Yeah. You grate it.
I understand the movement.
Yeah, you grate it, and then what you can do is you can make it a tea. It's very bitter, or you can use it in salads. Sprinkle it, but be careful, don't eat too much, because it'll cleanse your stomach, your colon, everything. You will lose weight naturally, but don't do it too much. Like, drink the tea. You have to add some honey because it's very bitter. Or you can add it to the salad and put your salad dressing. You will see stuff come out of you that probably.
Really?
So this is Ozempic for poor people. Like, it's Ozempic, but for poor people like us. I love it.
No, the nutrients. No, because you also get the nutrients. The avocado seed that everybody throws away. The avocado seeds it's actually one of the superfoods, guys.
Coffee's good for your plants. Yes,
but do the egg thing. Do the egg thing.
I'm gonna do the egg thing, 'cause I need to tighten.
I've got loads of skin tips, but I think that's for another night, guys. You know, I've actually got to eat my dinner. So
Vic's like,
poor little Victoria.
Throw away the egg and the eggshell itself. Once you remove that thing, crush it and throw it in your plants. You can put it in water or throw it like that in your plants, because it's full of calcium and plants need it to look healthy.
Well, let's do a live on plants and skincare at some point, because I've got loads to share on that. It's going to be, that'll be a fun one. Girls, I really appreciate you all joining. Thank you. Thank you for doing the 3 hours, 20-minute session.
Yay.
And everybody in the side chat, you've been amazing, funny, great. Let's stay positive.
She has said
Let's stay positive in the side chat. Nice. Yes, guys. All right. Love you lots. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
My mom wants to laugh.